Ta-da! There we go.
Oh, grief.
Unbelievable.
Partly.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live at the Bench. It is the first Friday of the month. It is our true Friday Night Live show. So make sure you join us for the next few hours as we try and keep you entertained, playing back somewhere.
Roland.
We have to start finding him, aren't we? We are. Someone open his section back up.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
So, yeah, we're back. We haven't done a live show now for over a month, I think it is. So we're back in our new format, once a month, first Friday of every month, with a bumper, and I mean bumper, action-packed filled show tonight. So if you're in the chat, say hello. Make sure you give us a thumbs up as well, because we've got a lot to get through tonight. So we've got all the usual sections. So we've got Roland's What Have You Finished? Dan's What Have You Been Working On? Mr. Croak's Questions for the Crew? PJ's Question of the Month? We've got Luke's section of What You've Ruined. We've got Simon with What You've Been Buying. And I think Alan will give us a quick recap on the group builds as well, because there is a new one that started a week ago today, wasn't it?
It was correct.
We also have a very special interview with Carlos from D Model Kits that myself, Jamie, and Joe recorded about 10 days ago. So that'll be played back later on as well. So hopefully it'll come through loud and clear. We did test it earlier. It did seem to work okay. So fingers crossed that'll work. And we've also got a giveaway tonight, free prize giveaway. We're going to donate a £40 UMP gift voucher that was very kindly donated by Rich Blondin before Christmas, believe it or not. And then next time, I've got one that was donated by Cam and Hugh as well. And there's still one from Luke knocking around when Luke swore one night ages ago.
Yeah.
Just they've all been in limbo because they kept getting given and take. I lost track of the codes. I've had to track them all down and find out which one's live. And obviously, I just forget to do it. So they're sorted now. So yes, all you got to do is stick around and follow the instructions when prompted. Really easy and simple to do. So like I say, if you're in the chat, make sure you say hello. Let us know what you're up to tonight. You're just watching us, you're modelling, you're just chilling. What are you up to? So with us tonight, we've got Andrew. I forgot Andrew's still here. He's still here. Hello, Andrew.
That's awesome.
Andrew.
Yes. Yeah, we've got me, we've got PJ Lewis, we've got Luke from Scale Motor, Jamie Beats there, Mr. Scattergood, Ronald's with us again. Joe's with us, Dan Croak's with us, International Jet Setter, Mr. Parker, and of course, Si's with us as well. Everybody had a good week?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely.
Busy one. Very busy.
Yep.
Pad it out a bit while I share this link around. Yeah, great.
Yeah, been really busy. Work, sleep, kitchen, work, sleep, kitchen, and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, don't set him off again.
The funny pictures will be up again.
Yeah. I'm sure everybody wants to see my
France
kitchen.
for a few days.
Let me know in the chat if you want to see a picture of my kitchen. Or
No.
the progress of the kitchen.
No. Unlock Roland's section or Dan's section and put it in there.
Yeah.
Put it in Luke's section. Put it in Luke's section.
Oh,
that's where it couldn't quite possibly go.
The money's still on Dan to finish first.
Hey, that's what she said.
I'm
Anyway.
going to say nothing.
Yeah.
I've been watching that all week, actually.
What do you think of it?
I'm getting
into it now.
I am. Yeah.
I'm on season 7 already.
Season 3, I think I'm on.
Yeah. It gets funny. Just keep watching it. Yeah. So, like I say, if you're in the chat, say hello. We've got a lot to get through tonight. Roland's section is huge. That's the first time everyone's ever used that for Roland's section before. Dan's isn't so big, and Simon's only got a little one this week, I think. Not a huge amount. I don't think there's a lot in yours, mate. I looked earlier. I don't think there's a huge amount.
No.
Yours is difficult, though, because yours are all individual.
Yeah.
With loads in, whereas I think Roland's, I think actually it does the same with Roland's. It counts the comments, doesn't it? Of course it does. Right, there's the link to the show. If anyone can share that around for me, it'd be much appreciated. I'll put it on ISM. So, yeah, like I say, for the past 3 weeks, we've been doing our Friday night hangouts, which have been, I think they've been working out well. I've enjoyed doing them. They've been good fun. And, yeah, that's the way we're going to go. We're going to try this monthly and see how it goes. I can't see it being a problem. I don't think any of the other guys can either. So we'll keep doing it. It means these guys get to model on a Friday, and we get to do our monthly show with a bit more content in, which will certainly be the case tonight. So yeah, there we go. Have we got anything important we need to talk about before we crack on? Anyone, any announcements, discussions, any group builds you're taking part in, Paul?
Nope.
Any group builds
When are
that
we
are starting to
meeting
get you finished?
Nope.
Brilliant. Right then, Dan, do you want to read the chat, mate? Are you happy reading the chat?
Can do, yeah. Yeah. So when are we meeting up, by the way?
Oh, God, I give up.
6
Give it.
weeks.
Troublemaker.
Next Wednesday.
Six
Do we meet up?
6 weeks.
Since when have we met up?
Me and Jamie are meeting up at McDonald's.
Yeah, we're going for
We've got a table booked, happy meal each. Sorted.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
One drink, 2 straws.
Yeah.
Not watching that video again.
Pick up
Right,
truck-
so it's
no.
yeah, no. So it's quick. It's relatively quick for our comments tonight, I think, because we've got a bumper show. So yeah, I'm not going to hang about.
Hello, everyone. Right, who's next?
So, there's loads of people in there saying hello. Hello. No, Alan's in first, followed by Simon. Our first genuine guest tonight is Mr. Jeff Light. Good evening, guys. Hey, Jeff.
How's it, Jeff?
Mike B is in. Roland's in. I'm in, saying hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr.
Hi,
Nick.
Dr. Nick.
That's the one.
Come on,
Sean White is
people.
in. Paul Christopher, Graham K, Joe, our very own Joe Camilleri is in. Scale model Chris is in. Philip H is in,
Hey.
saying something about
Good.
you'll get upset. Steve's in. Hey, Steve. Andrew's in. Who's in here? Hey, Andrew.
How's it?
The Phoenix Models is with us. Dan Pedersen himself.
Hey,
Hello
Dan.
from Canada.
Hey, Dan.
Dominique is in. Good evening, Dominique. Good evening, Graham French. Good
Dominique.
evening, Rich P. Good evening, Tracy F. Good moron, even to Tracy.
Hey, Tracy.
Cube Jam is with us. Tam McMillan is with us. Dave Raworth is in us saying hello from Northeast Lincolnshire. Is that a new name?
What was the name?
Dave Raworth.
Rawworth.
Woolworths.
Woolworths.
I think that's a new name. Yeah, I don't recognise that.
Dave's been in with us. I
Welcome.
think it's been
Welcome to the
nice.
show, Dave.
I'll go and have a look.
Nigel T is in. Wayne Saunders is in.
Hey, Wayne.
Just
Wayne.
Johnny is in.
Johnny.
Hey.
Right.
Nigel T is apparently watching some cricket highlights.
Oh.
Good luck with that.
Watch your Googlies.
Definitely are.
Yep. The only thing I know about cricket is something about someone carried their bat and then followed through. I don't know.
Yeah. That's about it.
Oh, that could be pretty.
Cube Jam is saying had the chance to go to the F1 tomorrow for free, but working till
Oh,
7
wow.
a.m. Back in at 9 p.m. ruined the plans.
Oh, I just put
Oh,
no.
48 hours stint. Be good.
No.
Be
You
fine.
should have just
Sicky.
phoned in sick. You got 2 more bits or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got a bellyache. I
we won't
can't
tell.
today.
Yeah. Paul Christopher's in. Dead Phoenix is saying just doing some detailed painting while watching the show. Michael Gayer is in. Philip H says,
Hi,
Alan, your
Michael.
kitchen counts as a 1-to-1 dio. Okay.
That's a one-to-one disaster. I don't know about Dio.
Can I just interject and say, on the subject of cricket, look at that video I just put in the chat. It's funny. Watch that video. Not in our Hangout chat. Watch that video.
Oh,
Yeah. Not now, obviously.
Not now.
Oh,
Well,
these
some of
can.
you can.
These can.
Yeah, they can.
Not
I'm
that
just
chat.
going for it
Just us.
now. Glenn Snyder's in. Listening
night.
in the car, driving home from Indianapolis.
oh wow.
Then
Good to have you, Glenn.
Honey Brown is in, saying good evening all.
Hey,
Hey, Mika's in.
Hey, that.
Hi,
Hey,
Mika.
Mika.
Mika in ages.
I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's good to see you, buddy.
And you haven't seen you, Alan, in ages.
If you need the link again, drop me a message because you got my number and my email, and I'll send you the link.
Meh.
King Dan is in the chat. Richard Farmer's in. Good evening, all. Hope everyone's okay. Unfortunately, won't be able to watch live tonight due to work. Oh dear.
Ah.
Jeez.
just ring in sick. Just go home sick.
Yeah, come
So,
on.
Got the 2 bob bits.
Feel ill.
Off on the foot.
Yeah. Forever Plastic Kit, Cedric is in.
nice.
Luke Ward is in and here with us tonight because he remembered it was Friday night.
Yeah, he's not eating anyone's none out.
Yeah.
No.
Tease Modeler is in. Midlife Chaos is in saying hello, everyone.
Hey,
Buongiorno.
David Tupes is with us.
David.
And Black
Gary.
Smoke Works is in.
Gary. Hello, Gary.
Brian
Brian.
Windmill is in.
Hello, Brian.
Oh, all right. How's it, Brian?
Hugh Gordon is in. Edward Leonard is
Hugh.
in. Dave Robinson is with us.
Edward.
Just got home from work, so having to play catch up. You didn't miss anything, really.
I didn't miss
Yeah.
much.
Sai is in. Stig Sai. Dark Soldier's in, saying hello all.
Hey,
Tony Tibbs is in, saying good day, chaps.
Talk to
Listening
me.
while trying to find the bloody brass axle bushing I dropped on the floor.
Talk to me.
Hi, guys.
Bushings.
Talk to me.
And Craig Stadius is with us.
hey.
Craig.
You do it again, Luke. You cut out. Well, your audio is a bit choppy.
Yes.
And Mike Pierre Hasselgrove is with us as well.
Hi, Michael.
Here we go.
See, I was right. See? Told you. I won't go as far as going to be a genius. Stevie and Junior Outdoors. Hello, first live Friday for a long time. Hello, Stevie.
Oh.
How are you?
Welcome back. And Roland said red here.
Well done, Roland.
Here we are, we're all caught up. That was a rapid fire comment.
You left Marcus
catching
out.
up
You
thing.
forgot Marcus.
Oh, Marcus
Oh,
is in as well. Hey, Marcus.
Oh, we got to that show pretty quick, Paul, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Good
night,
night,
everyone.
everybody.
Here we go.
Right then.
Time to go to pub then.
Group builds, Alan. Go on. Let's go through these group builds out there. What's ended and what started and what's coming up?
Right, so the French one's ended. The budget one is still ongoing, and that's ongoing May to July till August, to the end of this month. Yeah, we've got the film, the TV one started the 1st of this month, and that's all what's ongoing at the moment. We've got a few that we need to get through, but we'll try and squeeze that in the next show, beginning of August, maybe, if we can. We've got, I think, we're going to have 2 or 3 to get through with the Le Mans one as well, which obviously we didn't get through ready for Le Mans, did we?
I wonder if I could put. What was the budget? It was 25. I wonder if I can get my Mac 1 in there. I'm sure I only paid about 20 quid for it. Let's have a look. We'll see. We'll see. Right then. Who's the first victim? We should start with something easy. Si, do you want to do yours?
Yeah, can do. What was somebody behind me then? It's creepy.
There they walked out. Little girl dressed in like Victorian clothing.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Have you seen Woman in Black?
Seen the play.
Go and watch the opening scene of that.
Yeah. Was it a series or a film?
It's a film with Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, is it any good?
He's a little cracker, she is.
See what's happened, Roland? We start talking about films.
Hey, I told you.
It's a little Victorian girl in the very first scene that throws herself out of a window.
Oh, well, that sounds delightful.
Lovely.
I'll be sure I watch it. I'll get James to watch it with me.
Spoiler alert.
Her name is Emma Shorey.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Right, let's get on with this then. Right, first up tonight we have Mr. Christover, who got this kit this week. It's the HK Models 148th Avro Lancaster. Very nice indeed.
Good kit.
Lee?
I like that.
Lovely.
Nice plane.
Not that. Good kit.
And he also got some Edward accessories for the Lancaster along with some paint. Well done,
Nice.
mate.
Yeah.
That'll look good. Look forward to seeing that built. It's a beautiful plane, that. Next up, we have Mr. David Robinson, who says, so since the last Friday live stream, he's bought a few things. First up was something I've been wanting for a long time. He's a huge Command and Conquer fan since he was a kid playing the original Red Alert. Anyway, he picked up Border Models 135th Apocalypse tank.
I love those Apocalypse.
Right.
That looks awesome, that does.
And that is really awesome, yeah.
Yeah. He also picked up some more Masterbox 135th Ukraine troops. First one is called News from Home of 2 Ukraine soldiers taking a break with a cat.
What a lovely looking pussy.
Very nice.
Like your mate's that, Luke.
Nice one, Dave.
Put that in there.
Yeah, had to go there.
And his second master box kit is called Defense of Kharkiv. March 22 includes 2 Ukrainian soldiers with the Order of Courage medal displayed on the box.
Cool.
Very nice, mate. Nice little haul there, David.
Very nice.
I like that. Right, next up is Mark Runciman, who says he's been lucky between his birthday and some good friends of his, and he's increased his stash and he's got some more tools. First up from his other half, he got a box of brand new top-notch airbrush based on Grex airbrush, already used and great results. Also got some SMS paints too. So that's his top-notch airbrush. That's
There
pretty
we go.
good.
That looks awesome.
Kits wise, he has been given these for free by 2 good friends. They are an Airfix starter kit in 1/32 of the Ford Fiesta WRC and a Revel 1/24 Ferrari California. Well, that's nice.
Nice.
Very cool.
Lastly, is an Esky 148 Fairchild A10, still with its original retail price of £2.58 on the top right corner there.
Wow.
And that is a fair price.
Budget build.
Bit of a price.
Nice one, Mark. Leave that on there. It might be worth a few quid in the future. Next up, we have Darren Wilders, who got this kit, really rare and hard to find. It's Star Trek's Nemesis Scorpion. I can't see a scale on there, but it looks pretty good anyway. I like that.
Tops in there.
Yeah.
Is that Nemesis? Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
What?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the movie Star Trek Nemesis.
No, never mind.
You are right, Paul.
You know.
Carry on, guys. Sorry.
Next up, we have Mr. Daniel Peterson, Dead Phoenix, who picked up some essentials from the fine folks at Ultimate Modelling Products, and he's got a nice little haul of sanders, some engraving blades, and some holders.
Organizer.
Organizer.
Yeah,
That's the
very
word.
nice.
Well, thank you very
Take
much.
Hilda.
Next up is me. A couple of little detail bits this week.
Ooh.
I haven't bought much lately at all, full stop. Both of these are to go with 2 1/12 kits I've got. One's the Ferrari 641 and the MP46, and I shall do those as the driver's helmets for Senna, and I can't remember who it is for the Ferrari. I need to look.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Next up, we have Mr. Peter Milgate, who has bagged himself another Model Factory Hero 1/12 scale Ferrari D50 full detail kit. Very nice.
Very nice.
Wow. Wow.
Very nice.
That'll keep you going for a bit, Peter.
Next up, we have Mr. Andrew Duar, who says, "Evening, Simon and crew. Just a few items over the last couple of weeks. 2 Hobby Boss 135th German LKW 5-ton trucks, various weapon sets from Dragon, Greco models, Meng and Academy, a 125th AMT 55 Corvette, 2 125th AMT 55 Chevy Nomads, a 124th Hasegawa Jeep from the wonderful people at ProScale, some paints and 2K. Thanks for looking." So there's his 2 trucks and the detail accessories, guns and jerry cans, etc.
Very nice.
Next up, we have the Corvette, the Chevy, and the 2 Chevys. Sorry. Very nice indeed. I like that. And we next have the Willis Jeep, and of course, all of those lovely ProScale paints and some cracking colours.
That's a beautiful selection there.
Nice one, mate. Joy.
Very cool.
Nice haul there, Andrew.
What's the fortune this month?
Next up, we have our very own Mr. Andy Callis, who pulled a trigger on this sweet 1/32 early Butcher Bird by Zuke Mura, along with a one-man army Focke-Wulf Marset. Very nice,
Nice.
indeed.
Very cool.
FW1.
Nice.
That does look nice.
Very cool.
Well done, Andy.
Is that a different variant to the ones you guys have all just built?
Yeah, that's an A8. Ours was a D9. So a different version.
Next up, we have Mr. Williams, who says, for some unknown reason, he bought this on a payday whim. It's a 1/72 MAS 7911. It looks straight out of Mud Runner. We'll use some chipping and weathering practice.
Oh, that's good.
That does look
Yeah.
cool,
The
actually.
front of
Very
it looks
good.
like a very
Very
sad
good.
face.
Just look at that. Oh, I hate driving
Yeah.
over this.
Oh, muddy again. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no.
More importantly, he got himself some more pro scale paints: honey brown leather, Ferrari Giallo Modena, Ferrari Le Mans blue, and Nissan Calsonic blue.
Very
Well
Very
done,
pretty.
James.
Honey brown. Nice.
Honey brown, yeah. Next up, we have Dave Hardy, who says he's
Fucking
got
hell.
Airfix's new scheme for the 172nd Buccaneer. Where are your Buccaneers?
Are you Buckinhead?
Hey, you don't get any better. And he also got some upgrades for the Buccaneer and an old Hasegawa 172nd F14A kit that he has. Well
Nice.
done, mate.
Pretty cool.
That is very cool. Next up, we've got Michael Hazelgrove, who says he purchased anything for a while, so he just had to urge to buy a few bits for future plans and try some small improvements to some kits. First up is some brass pipes and brass bars in all
May we?
Eh?
May we? It's Michael Pierre Hasselgrove, isn't it?
Yes. Maybe, yeah. And he top up some Mr. Hobby paints, Tamiya masking tape, and he's also going to try the AK Extreme gold paint.
Superb.
And he's also got the KMP detail suspension upgrade kit for the Lancia Delta, as some of the reviews for it hadn't been good. Whilst doing so, added both paint sets for the DM kit Sierras. Well done, mate.
Yes. Suspension rides high on the Delta.
Yeah, okay, that's what it is it? And he saw this Revel 124th Chevy Impala.
Oh,
Got it for a reasonable price, and there are a few schemes to choose from as well. Thanks for looking.
Cool.
Very
Very nice, mate.
pretty, very pretty.
Yeah, that Impala's pretty cool. I think that's it from Michael. Yeah. Nice all there. Next up, we have James Duff, who says it exists. It really exists. A 124th Audi A4 from New Hobby. He's also managed to
Hallelujah.
bag himself one with the detail upset as well. Well done,
Pretty
James.
cool.
Nice one. Next up, we have Mr. Bertland. Do you want to comment on these, Paul?
There's a kit I bought.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry, I've been after a Superbird for ages, and Andrew found me one in his local model shop. So it's a bit old, but it looks like it'll go together okay. Yeah. So thank you, Andy, for that.
Very cool.
And Jag XT 220 found it cheap, so had to get it as well.
Got that. Good kit.
A classic car, that.
Z4 M40i, which is already finished. This was a very kind gift from Andrew as well. On the last Friday night show, somebody showed this, and I mentioned I'd like it, and Andrew sent me one. And on the left, you can see my BMW Thunder Night Purple and BMW Brake Caliper Blue, which you will see this painted in a little bit on Roland section.
Yep.
The review of that is going up on RSM tomorrow, by the way.
Cool.
And
Full standards.
a few standards and stuff from UMP.
You.
Can't remember if I showed this on the last show. Don't think I did, because again, this is all finished now as well. This was my pre-release version of the PZY Porsche 911 GT3 RS, which again, there's a review on the channel. You can go and have a look at. Nice kit.
I like that.
Monkey spoiler though, but spoiler alert. Hey. And replacement LFA. I originally painted my LFA a while back. Was never completely happy with the colour. And obviously things have moved on since then with Pro Scale. So I sold the painted body off and bought a brand new kit. And they're offer at the minute on Jadlam for 35 quid, which is really cheap for that kit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got a new one of those.
Very good price.
Ooh.
Nice haul there, mate.
I need to pick a colour now.
Oh,
Green.
Boy, here we go
Purple.
again.
next up, we have Mr. Nigel Ting, who got himself the mole in 177.
Oh, love that.
AIP, what's not to like? Very Thunderbirds. Nice one, mate. I like that.
I love that.
That is cool. Next, we have Mr. Castlemore D'Artagnan, aka Aftab,
Ooh.
aka Honey Brown, who's got himself a selection of pro scale paints and some flocking.
A real plethora of colours there.
There's a
Yeah.
couple.
Less than 10 days delivered to the US. That's pretty good going, mate. Yeah,
That's good.
Nice one, Aftab. Very nice.
Very cool.
Next up, we have Mr. Richard Farmer, who says,
Whoa.
got myself this little lot, way too much to list individually. So I'll give you a quick run through. 6 Tamiya kits, 2 cars, 4 bikes, 12 Hobby Zone units, 7 Tamiya spray paints, and around 80 to 90 other paints. Lots of different glues, thinners, fillers, and weathering stuff. All of the drawers are filled with tools, masking tape, braided cables. The awesome guy I bought the stuff from was interested in building dioramas. So on top of everything, I've got a ton of dio stuff as well.
Oh,
That's very
And a
nice.
partridge in a pear tree.
I was going to say that myself.
Yeah.
We all were.
Very nice.
But
Very
yeah,
cool.
You're
pick
just
up
jealous.
bikes
You're
in
just
there.
jealous.
Nice bikes, Caterham,
That's really
Alpine, very nice indeed.
Oh, that Alpine kit is beautiful.
Built that.
And
Okay.
this is his dio stuff.
Very nice. Very
Grass,
nice.
grass applicator, very cool.
It is.
Bunch more dio stuff there.
Whoa.
Holy moly.
Careful, please don't have me for that, though.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Holy cow.
And a load more bits and pieces there. Very nice. That's a nice.
Do you
haul.
prefer grass or astroturf?
Grass is
Very
easy.
cool, man. Very
We've got it a
cool.
while.
Next up, we have Shane Wright, who says just a couple this month. A 112 Tamiya Suzuki GSX-RR, a 1/9 Italieri Zundap KS750 with sidecar, a 135th RFM M1 Assault Breacher, a 135th Academy M1151, and a 135th Kinetic RG31.
That's Zuntaf.
Pretty
That
cool.
looks like it'd be fun.
Very nice.
Great kit.
Nice haul there, Shane. Next up, we have Sean White, who got himself a whole bunch of different kits on Veteranis
Jeez.
over the last 3 or 4 weeks. First up, a couple of 120th F1 cars and a couple of 124th kits. So 2 Ferraris there, a Nismo and a Lancia Stratos. Very
Yeah,
nice.
I've got a Lancer.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I like that 126.
Yeah. I've got a Lancia missing a front windscreen, which I need to manufacture out some plasticard. He also got some more 124th kits. He got the Skyline 2000 GT Ken and Mary, another Skyline 2000 GT ES, a Mazda Savannah RX-7, which I love the look of, and the Toyota Celica 1600 GT Macau Gaia Racing.
Cool.
But that older RX-7 looks awesome.
Is that the one you built, Luke? No.
No, that was an RX-7.
Ooh.
He got a couple more 124th kits, and the Marlboro scheme is for the Supra. So he's got a Skyline, a Starion, and the Tom's Supra GT.
I wonder where he could get some Marlboro fluorescent paint from.
Oh,
Oh, scale, Dan. Do you not know?
very,
Oh,
question.
wow.
Bloody pay attention, Dan.
very
Oh,
good.
look at this. Look at that. Oh, you.
Wow.
Holy.
A whole bunch of 125th kits too. So let's go from the top
Damn.
left.
Damn.
Dodge,
Damn you.
a 69 Camaro, 67 Chevelle, a 55 Jukebox Ford, 69 Camaro SS, a 62 Corvette Gasser, a Chevy SSR, a 64 Chevy Impala SS, a Jeep Wrangler, 70 Plymouth Hemi Cuda, a 64 Ford Fairlane, and a 68 Dodge Dart Hemi. That is one hell of a haul, mate. Nice one.
Very, very nice.
That's fantastic. I'm very jealous.
Yeah,
Sean White
nice kits, mate.
bettering us.
Everyone's got over to have a look now.
Last but very not least is our very own Mr. Ronald Ewart, who got himself a Honda CRX in 1/24th from Tamiya, Dirty Donny's Fantasy from AMT, that's pretty cool, and in 1/25th, and a 69 Corvette Coupe, all second-hand and in usable condition. Nice one, mate.
Beautiful.
Very cool, and that is it from me.
Fantastic, Si. Nice one.
Wow.
Forgot to put
Nice.
mine in.
Oh, you forgot, Joe.
I did.
Oh no, Joe.
I took pictures of everything and forgot to put them in. Oh well.
Next
month.
time, mate.
You've only got to wait another month.
That's okay. It'll be
Yeah, it's just another month.
double what I had.
There you go. Right then.
Okay.
Do your question of the month, Paul.
Okay.
Or should we catch up on some chat, haven't we?
Oh yeah, do that first.
Do you really?
Oh, there's not much there anyway. Mike Hasselgrove, Gary's there, we've said hello to. Brandon's there. Brandon, your buddy Mark Bride. Hello, mate. Okay, guys. Go for it, Painting Daniels there. Hello, James from JC Bricks and Builds. Evening, guys. Hello, James.
James.
Rob's there as
James.
well. Evening, Rob.
Yeah.
Daniel saying hit the thumbs up. Indeed, get the thumbs ups going, peeps. Definitely.
Yeah.
Robert Wren's there. Happy Friday. Hello, mate. Peter Mulgate saying hello all. Apologies for my tardiness. Unacceptable, Peter.
Oh, shocking.
Unacceptable. Wee Paul, thank you. Tony found it.
Well done.
Dominique's there saying it's old but very cool. That's not a nice thing to say about Paul.
Or Simon. Or Roland.
Getting him back. He river counted me today because I put tonight twice and spelt it once wrong in bloody comments.
But you did.
At least I got the right propeller.
It was the right propeller, according to you.
In the wrong order. Well, it is. It's always the right propeller. Yes, the new version is the GT3RS with new parts, and that's right, it is. Master Toilet Maker Steve's there, saying his man's like an internet browser. 17 tabs open, 4 of them are frozen. I don't know where the music is coming from.
That's me. That's me.
And KDL's there saying good evening. Good evening. Good morning.
Good evening, buddy.
So make sure you give us a thumbs up. There's 78 watching. We've got 49 thumbs up. So can we get some more? Possibly. Should we get some more? Right then, going to hand it over to PJ and he's going to go through his question of the month. Oh, he's gone. Maybe not then.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Run, he's stuck to his toes.
Only if he's got Duncan.
He's just gone. Oh, well, here it is.
Okay. The question was about 6 months ago. Do you find high quality builds presented by other modelers intimidating and disheartening, or do you regard them as inspiring and the standard to which you wish to aspire?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
good night, everybody. Okay. First, we got Philip Hartford. Okay. I've come to the conclusion that I will not post my finished work. Okay. I am happy with my builds and the quality. They have improved over the past few years, thanks to people like Paul Bretland, Jamie, and Simon. However, when you get little feedback from other modelers, it's worth the time and effort to upload. However, when you get little feedback, it's okay. I have in the past mentioned that if you put up a Skyline or a Subaru, etc., you get more views and comments, even though it may not be the best quality. Put up an Aston Martin DB6 or similar, very few respond other than Paul, etc. But these are only a small number. Frankly, I will not waste my time now showing my work online. It is depressing when you spend time building a great looking model with no feedback. Paul, I'm glad you asked this question, as I have wanted to get this off my chest. Kind regards, Philip.
Right. So I'll go first on this one. Right. So I seen that last month and I went back and had a look and I searched Philip's posts on ISM, Facebook. And to put it in perspective, Philip, I don't know where exactly you're talking about posting, but your last 3 posts of finished work on ISM, I think one was a Ferrari, your Peugeot, and something else. One got 14 comments, the other one got 18, and the other one got 17. I don't even get that amount of comments on my builds most of the time. So I think that's quite fair feedback, to be honest. That's quite good interaction for Facebook. And I'll be honest, I don't remember seeing the DB6 shared on ISM either. It certainly didn't show up on a search. So I don't know if you're referring to ISM or just internet in general or what, but I literally went back and searched your posts, and you are getting comments on ISM. Obviously, I can't comment on elsewhere where you post, but you also haven't shared anything to ISM for quite a while either, but I think you have elsewhere. And that's up to you, buddy. But yeah, I went back and looked, and I thought you got quite good feedback on your builds. To be fair, I mean, I'm lucky if I get 3 comments sometimes on mine. There's builds out there I put up and not a single comment. It's just the way it is sometimes, unfortunately. I certainly won't get disparaged by it or worry about it too much. Facebook is what it is. It is the thumbs up and scroll. That's what it is, and we're all guilty of doing it. Every single one of us in here is guilty of doing it. But yeah, I went back, Philip, and looked, and a lot of your work did get interaction. Like I said, I've not seen your DB6. I'll certainly go and have a look for it now and see what you mean. But I did see your other work you finished, and it did get good feedback, mate. Like I say, 14 comments, 17 and 18. Go search my work. I don't even get that on a lot of mine at all. So, yeah, I don't know. Anybody else going to add to that?
Well, I mean, I think I did the same when I saw that comment as well. I did look back, and yeah, I thought it had a fair amount of interaction. Yeah. I mean, there is always the option to ask people a question as well. Not everyone will look, not everyone will read. Some people just look at the pictures. Yeah. But you can ask for feedback if you want it, or critique if you want it. But if you just want, feedback on, say, does everyone like this color I've gone for? What do you think of it? That sometimes can prompt more interaction, because most of us are probably guilty of just going, here's my latest work in progress. I did this. Thumbs up, people move on. So,
yeah, good point.
Yeah, your DBR9, Philip, you shared in progress your DBR9. I got 8 comments. Peugeot got 18. Your Ferrari in progress got 14. Your Aston Martin DB11 got 4 and 17. So I can't see a DB6. There's no DB6 showing on ISM. So whether you've deleted it or you've just not posted to ISM, I don't know, mate. So I can't answer that one. But yeah, ISM varies. It's Facebook. It is what Facebook is like. It's the thumbs up and scroll. That's what it is. Genuinely what it is. People look at it while they're on the toilet or on their lunch break. So it is the scroll on by thing. We're all guilty of it. But I certainly wouldn't be disheartened by it. Just crack on and share your work. But like I say, I've not seen you share anything to ISM in quite a while. But I've seen you share it elsewhere. So yes, I can't answer that question on other groups at all.
Yeah, I must say I don't agree with that at all. I share my stuff is certainly not the highest quality, but I love to share it because I love to show people what I'm doing. And whether sometimes I get 5 comments, and sometimes on the Fiat I got 98 comments. What's happening here? It just is what it is. Sometimes you do a normal a Chevy standard Rebel kit, which everybody has built 15 times, you get a couple of thumbs up, and that's also fine. And sometimes you build something else, and people, want to like to comment. But if I'm not comfortable with my own build, then I don't show it around. Obviously, I think that's what we all do.
That's personal.
But otherwise, I'm happy.
Rough with the smooth. Okay, Paul.
Yeah, go on, mate. Crack on.
Okay.
Let's just talk to yourself.
Tim Montgomery says, I would call it intimidating inspiration. Sometimes the builds give me great ideas or methods on how to get a certain look, but it also brings I could never do that, or a comparison factor in not wanting to show an imperfect build. Overall, though, no one is perfect and no build is perfect, at least in the eyes of the builder. So I appreciate everyone that shares what they're working on, whether they're looking for feedback an award-winning excuse me, an award-winning builder or a first-timer just looking to join in on the passion we have as builders creators?
Yeah.
Comment?
Very well said.
Yeah. Darryl Masters. I personally have stopped worrying about comparing my work to others. Ditto. I know I'm never going to be exceptional at it. I do it for the enjoyment and relaxation. I used to get so frustrated trying to emulate what I may have seen by someone else. So one day I had a wake-up call when I realized that I wasn't enjoying the hobby anymore because I was putting undue pressure and stress on myself. And once I realized that, the enthusiasm returned. So no, I no longer feel a sense of intimidation looking at other works. But at the same hand, for the subject matters that inspire me, it's more about painting and weathering styles used by others that inspire me. So it's a nice sense of accomplishment when a model does finally come off the bench finished. And if I get that's better than the last one from my wife, you know, that's good enough for me. That's brilliant.
Well, that's what it should all be about, is the enjoyment of it. It's not what other people think, it's what you think. If you're happy at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Happy days. Isn't it?
Hugh Gordon says, just glad to see the quality of work always displayed. Personally, I just try my best to produce something that I'm happy with, and then find I'm never happy. Well, you mean both, mate. I don't want to be like anyone else, but I do get or take ideas, inspiration from other people's work for use in future builds. Some bloke called Jamie Beat says, I personally don't find other modelers intimidating more inspirational. The quality of work I see on ISM alone is incredible. Each week we see builds of all levels of ability. Some builders are just naturally talented and some have to work a little harder. I personally think people get too hung up over fighting for the perfect build that simply doesn't exist. This is when your mojo, like that final piece of PE, disappears. Simply build for yourself and enjoy your hobby and never shove your granny whilst shaving.
Excuse me?
Depends where she's shaving. in the kitchen or the bathroom.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Jamie.
Let's put a
I
picture
think
in
every
there.
time I've read that, I've laughed. Dan Pedersen, I can honestly say it's more inspirational. Having been only back in the hobby for a short time, I constantly see amazing things that I can't wait to learn how to do. For me, the intimidation factor has really worn off, and I now find myself drawn to learning new techniques. Every build I do gets better than I was before, and like so many here have said, this hobby I do for myself, knowing all that there are some standards I know I will never reach. I'm in awe of the talent and I appreciate it, but intimidation by others' skill has worn away as I age. Okay. Mark Bride. Having done a handful of models when I was younger and not knowing about clear coats, airbrushing and aftermarket, I'm totally inspired by all the builders, not just those who ate amazing. Okay, and is what got me back into the hobby. Whilst I may never be as good, and whilst I'm not a total perfectionist, I'm willing to take it slow and try and correct some mistakes as part of my learning process. Whilst I may not comment on all posts on the ISM page, I think I look at almost all the pics posted. So keep on inspiring me. Okay. David Sean, sorry, go on. David Sean, I regard them. I also accept the fact I still have lots of room for growth and looking at high level detailers, skilled crafters as a teaching tool. Some of the added details some builders use are amazing. Gary Knight. What? Gary Knight. I would never have improved as much as I have if it wasn't for looking at other builders' works. Okay, it inspires me and makes me try that little bit harder. The skills all come to us eventually, just quicker to some than others. The one thing I do not like, though, is good modelers who have a superiority complex and take all the praise but never comment or like somebody else on somebody else's work. We all started somewhere. This live group is always very encouraging, and I really like that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Peter
Thanks,
Millgate. Aspirational, watching, observing, and interacting with the modelers in this community is a huge inspiration to me to try to build sand and paint to a higher standard. I owe everyone who posts on here a great debt. Truly inspiring and motivating.
Nice one, Peter.
Finally, we have Aftab. That's a great question, which has me answering it as both. While I do find those bills intimidating, I would say that they put ideas in my head for not only new methods, but also creative new solutions. I might not feel comfortable with my current skill set to tackle a certain build or project. It is inspiring to see others not only accomplish it, but excel at the task. I think what is more important are those that do this and are willing to share their knowledge in our community, rather than try and display their work, leaving others guessing how it was accomplished, making it seem at times an unobtainable level of modelling. I think the most important part, as others have stated, is to stay true to what you want to build. As long as you are happy with your choices and the experience, then you have accomplished the most important part. Just don't let people that have nothing better to do bring down your hard work and effort.
Definitely.
Yeah. He could have been a teacher, couldn't he? Wow, that's really nice. One.
Very well said.
But thank you, everybody, for your contributions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Awesome stuff in there.
Well
So,
said, everybody.
One thing I will say, and I said this before, if you think you're not getting many comments on your work, that's a fair comment because it happens to me. But do you comment on other people's work on ISM as well?
Yeah, because it goes both ways.
Because it goes both ways. It does. And that's what makes the page busy. And we've said this before. I try and comment on stuff when I can, but I'm up the wall over Facebook and the internet with like several different pages and groups and messengers and everything. So I sometimes don't have the time anymore to go through it all. And I have to go through once and admin it and then go and read it again if I want to read it rather than actually enjoying it. So that can take your time a bit too. But yeah, you know, if you see a nice piece of work, instead of just giving a thumbs up, leave a comment.
Definitely.
So yeah, but keep sharing your work. Keep sharing your work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Facebook is
We'd
what
love
it
to see
is. It's a scrolling site. It's what it is.
That's what this show is, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. There we go. Good question, Paul. Good answers as well. Well done.
Yeah. Contributions tonight.
Dave's saying it's a really good question. Make sure you take a long, hard look at the way you respond to others' posts.
Yeah.
Be respectful to each other.
Always be respectful.
Yeah, literally, like I told you today, the camo's wrong on the top of my plane. It's not. It's reversed, apparently. It's not.
I hope you told him to jog on.
No, it's polite. But, you know, it's just like, you know, have a think, really, before you comment. But anyway. Right. I think we'll do Dan's section first, Mr. Scattergood. Then we'll watch our interview. It'll be like school, we'll wheel the TV in. And
yeah, exactly. Overhead projector.
So we'll look at Dan with all your work in progress. We'll do the interview, and then we'll come back and we'll do Roland's section. I think because that's going to take a while to do. I'm not sure how busy Dan's is. I didn't actually look at Dan's that much. Don't think it's as busy as Roland's, but
it's nowhere near as busy as Roland's.
I'm going to hand it over to Dan. He's going to go for the Facebook page and the forum. Make a note of all the builds because you don't get to vote on any of these.
Don't be confusing people now, Paul.
So, you're proud of place on nothing for a month.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Right,
boy.
over to you, Dan.
Everybody, we're going to start on the forum as always. And the one and only out the gate is Mr. Ranger Neil. He says he's still working on his Ford Tri-Motor, number 2 in American Airways.
Oh, nice.
Lovely.
He struck lucky with this one. There is a preserved one in these markings at the Smithsonian in USA.
Very cool.
So getting the markings right became easier. Thus far, the entire airframe has had a coat of MIG ammo polished metal, and the leading edge of the wing has been covered in Tamiya red X7 that he thinks. The engine pods and landing gear were assembled and removed and are done in Tamiya royal blue. Next step is to master fuselage and add the fuselage accent color to the nose and window surrounds. Again, some more royal blue.
Excellent.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's
I think
not the
one of those flew. Sorry.
Sorry, go on, Ron.
I say one of those flew over one of the poles. I'm not quite sure if the north or south. I think the south pole was a Ford Tri-Motor.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's not the only post in a month, is it, Dan?
Yes.
Get out of it. Seriously.
Yes.
Wow.
Is and that's been on there for a month?
No. There is another post, and I did say in the other post that this is the post.
Is there work on the other post?
I think so, yes. But potentially that could be finished work now.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's the rub, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Rub.
Go on, mate. Crack on.
Well, yeah, we're gonna slide swiftly over to Face 8, which is a bit more busier. First out the gate is Mr. David Robinson. He says, "Hey Dan and all, hope you're having a great evening." Sweaty, very sweaty. He's worked on a number of items. He started Trumter's 35th scale BRDM 2UM, a commander version of the Russian armored car. That's
nice.
Looks neat.
Very nice.
He's also started the Border Models Apocalypse tank, which was an excellent kit to build. Ooh.
Holy feedback, man.
I was thinking pork scratching. He's also started a Amusing Hobbies T90A with interior.
Oh.
But it's not that amusing. Yeah. And lastly, he started building the 35th scale Master Box Ukraine soldier kits, Territorial Defense Force of Ukraine, and Azov Regiment Defense of Mariupol. If I butchered that, I have no idea.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah, not much to look at right now. Cool. He's waiting on paints to arrive.
Cool.
Very cool.
Nice one, David.
Very cool, yeah.
Ooh.
Man is busy. The man is busy.
This is Mr. Mark Lloyd next, and this is a Tamiya 1/16th scale RC Gepard full option.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Very cool.
I think that.
RC, I do like an RC one. I remember first seeing them at Cosford a few years back. I got mesmerised, same as I did with this. Mr. Glue Sniff Garage.
Ooh.
Garage, if you're English. He says, even though still working away on this 24 scale Aoshima Cyber Formula Super Azure 01. His bodywork all in colour, decal and chassis pretty much complete. He's used various Mr. Colour, Tamiya and Alclad paints. Still a lot of work to go to get it finished.
That looks so cool.
It does.
That looks really cool. Yeah.
That's the one with the body off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Quite detailed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a mad looking thing.
I think Jamie should build one of these.
I think Jamie should build one of these.
We all chip in and get him one. He'd love this. Merry Christmas. Santa.
Next we have Mr. Terry Belben. Apologies if I butchered your name. Sorry, not sorry. And this is a 48 scale Lank by Tamiya.
Oh, wow, nice.
Dark canopy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I believe it's pre-mast in that kit.
Is it?
If I remember right, it's
That's
pre-mast.
pretty good if it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That saves a lot of tears and smashing.
Oh, there should be a Luke section. We've got to get one in, haven't we? It's got to be one of us.
Come on. It's
Next,
fine.
we have Mr. Ronald Hewitt.
Little toilet brush master.
Yeah.
Oh dear. This is Lancia 037 Rally from Hasegawe in 20 scale. It's a really nice kit and a must for a group build enthusiast. White is a surface primer and 2K from Pro Scale.
Nice one, mate.
And that's the other picture.
Okay,
Yeah, I like that.
Very cool.
It's coming along. Very nice. It's a really an enjoyable build. I can only recommend if you see that kit, they're not expensive and it's a really nice build.
Yeah,
It looks tiny.
I do believe I have that somewhere. Oh, Mr. Andrew Dubois is next. He says, evening, Dan and crew. This month he's made a start on Revel's 35th scale. Anger, stand by.
Go on, give it a whirl, Dan.
I'm just processing. I'm just
processing your head. It's really easy to say that one.
Panzerhaubitz.
There you go.
2000 is primed in Mr. Surface of Black, then painted in Tamiya's XF67 NATO Green, 68 NATO Brown, and 69 NATO Black. Next up is a bit of weathering and some frual tracks. Thanks for looking.
Nice. Good.
And that's
Nice.
the other side.
It is a beast.
Very
That's
cool.
what she said.
Hey.
Look at the size of the gun sitting up.
It's an artillery piece in it, the Panzerhaubitz.
Big boomstick.
You know. That'd ruin your dinner from a mile away, wouldn't it?
I would.
And another one for Mr. Dubois is also started this as well. It's AMT's 25th scale, 68 Chevy El Camino SS 396. He's primed it Mr. Surface of Grey, then painted in Pro Scales Aston Martin
Osler's teal?
Yes, teal. The truck bed has been painted using Zero's textured black paint. The interior has been painted in Mr. Surface of Black. Thanks for looking.
Excellent.
That's beautiful. I
And
love
that's
myself in
colour.
Camino. That is really, really lovely.
Nice
Yeah.
colour.
They do look. See what? And we got crap. We got a mini.
Tell
We
you
got
what,
our end chopped off. Do you know what I mean? They're getting that. We get a crappy mini.
Yep.
Mr. Dave Hardy is next. And he says he's almost finished with the Airfix 48 scale Chipmunk T10. Final clear coat to go on next, and some weathering aftermarket decals from Hanantz, which are for an aircraft he flew in as a cadet. He flew in as a cadet at RAF Leeming.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty cool, man. That's really cool.
Very cool, man.
very nice. I love it.
And this is Mr. Michael Hasselgrove. He says, evening, everyone. He started the Italieri 1/12th scale Lancia Delta Integrale, 16 valve. Usual standard of finish from Italieri, lots of seam lines, filling and cleaning of parts. All parts shown in the pic have been primed with Mr. Surface of 1500 grey, white and black. The engine parts sprayed with Vallejo acrylic duralinium and Tamiya acrylic gloss red. His main body and other body parts have had a few coats of Gravity Lancia Bianco Real. And probably could do with a couple more, still lots to do. Thanks for looking.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Everybody needs a Delta in the display cabinet.
Oh, yes.
I have one already down there, but I have another. And an 037 and, you know, a couple others. This is Mr. Gary Knight next. He says, evening all. He's currently working on this AMT 71 Plymouth Duster 340. He's really enjoying the build. He's currently have the interior and chassis finished. The body has been painted in splash paints butterscotch yellow. This one will have a black vinyl roof. All moldings have been made using half-round styrene rod, and he'll use Zero's textured black for the vinyl effect.
Cool.
And that's his dashboard.
The dashboard on that.
Look at his undercarriage.
Oh, look at that. He's even got the factory overspray. Very,
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
very nice. Yeah.
American guys are obsessed with that, aren't
Oh no, Chrysler. Chrysler did a lot of factory overspray.
On purpose, probably.
It was.
It was, and GM, and it was just to save money on paint.
Yeah.
GM and Ford, they didn't do that. They had a solid color underneath.
Next, we have Mr. Peter Milgate. He says, workers slowed on the 12th scale Mezzo Mix Resin Porsche 935 Crema K3. It's a weird word. It's painted in Pro Scale Coca-Cola red and topped off with Pro Scale 2K. It's nearly there now.
Looks good, Pete.
Looks better now it's actually red.
Yeah, so I guess that orange. Yeah.
That's looking good, mate. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice
Okay.
interior.
Nice
Very
detail.
nice indeed.
Very realistic looking.
Oh, would you look
Uh-oh.
at that? This is Mr. Paul Birkland, and this is a Revell 25th scale Ford Mustang Mach 1. It's now 2K cleared in Pro Scale 2. Pro Scale Paint 2K clear coat. The Pro Scale Gulfstream Aqua really pops now it's cleared.
What 2K did you use?
Color,
Paul?
it's just
Pro Scale, mate. Pro Scale Paint from proscalepaints.uk.
It says on the label. Come on, Simon.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is a lovely looking colour though.
blatant advertising. Shocking. But
Go
worse.
to ISM YouTube and there's a video on spraying the 2K and several other videos with paints off Pro Scale.
Yep. Watched them, learned from them, and dominated it.
There you go.
Good man.
This is PJ Lewis next, and this is a 1/450th garage kit, unknown manufacturer. It's the Ancient Destiny spacecraft from the Stargate Universe TV series. Whip Update 3. She's not quite finished, but we're getting really close. Still bits of detail painting to be done, and he needs to find a suitably sturdy base for this somewhat unwieldy model. Where to display it after completion in his small apartment? Well, that's a whole other issue. Thanks for looking, PJ.
I'll be honest, Paul, that'd probably fit nicely in a wheelie bin.
Yep.
Or a log. Just
I'm only joking. It looks awesome lit up, doesn't it?
Wrapped in a
wow,
bimbo.
it is fantastic.
That picture on the bottom left looks epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does actually.
Yeah, it looks really good, that, mate. It's a hell of a battle axe.
Very good.
It's awesome, that, mate.
It'll chop some wood.
Thank you.
that lighting's cool. I like that. I must say.
This is Mr. Nigel
Go on, Dan.
Tingy.
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 I go with Tingy.
Tingy.
Yeah.
This is Nigel Tingy.
Dudley.
I
I didn't say it the other way.
You son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
He's just started the Monogram P51D Mustang in 32nd scale. He's going for half transparent and half painted. He's also going over the middle seam line with paint so it can be filled. Anyone know what Mustang silver color to use on the body / wings, please?
The body's different to the wings. The wings were painted. The body's natural metal usually. So just pick a different tone for the wings if you're that bothered. If not, just do a bright aluminium color, polished aluminium,
Or aluminum.
pure aluminum.
This is Mr. Colin Wilkinson next. He says this week has been priming his 1/16th VW Samba bus, ready for its top coats. Thanks for looking.
All right. All right.
Wow.
That's massive.
It's big, isn't it? What she said.
Said no woman ever.
Looks like a 21 window. 23 window.
So Solica will be in there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's a 23 window. If you see the curved windows at the back, you know it's a 23.
Oh, they're not in that one then.
Yeah.
Well, there's at least 8, isn't there?
Be Rockstar Dan's European tour bus.
Oh dear. It'd have probably got home quicker.
I was going to say.
Probably.
He could have swam quicker, I think.
I just imagine Dan in Leon Airport. Do you know I'm a rock star? Why are you keeping me here?
I've released one song, don't you know?
4. I'll have you know 4.
Hey, let's crack on. Come on.
Anyway,
Have a word with them, Roland.
we'll digress. This is Mr. Joe Camilleri next. He says, hey, all been working on his MFH AC Cobra in 12th scale. He's getting more work done on the chassis and scratch building brake lines. Thanks for looking.
Superb. Looking good, Joe.
Very nice.
Start that show.
Very nice.
I got everything all painted up for the brakes today, so hopefully tomorrow we can start mounting of some of this stuff.
Cool.
Cool beans, cool beans. This is Mr. Chris Stover next. He's working on this HK Models 48th scale Avro Lancaster. He has Edwards instrument panel and resin wheels for it, and it's his first HK kit.
Is that the one we've seen before in Simon's section?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. He's done well on that then, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's quick.
Pretty good. Chris, yeah, nice work.
He rattled to
Very
build
nice.
that.
Yeah.
This time next week it'll be, or this time next month it'll definitely be a rolling section. I'll have 3 running.
Yeah. Looking forward to it.
This is Mr. Mark Runciman. Apologies if I've butchered your name. Sorry, not sorry. He's been
It's
working.
definitely Mark.
He's been working.
No, I think
models
Mark
at the
is right.
moment. His first one is a modified Italieri 24th scale trailer, pretty much built now and doing the wooden deck and modified the front panel to be a front barge board.
Nice.
And his second is the Tamiya SAS Jeep. The Jeep is built and painted. It's used the hairspray to start all the weathering, but needs more work to improve it. Ancillaries and crew are about to be started to join the Jeep.
That's looking cool.
That is cool.
It does. It really does.
I don't know.
Very cool.
You done one of those, didn't you, Dan?
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yep. Best £10 I ever spent on a model.
Oh, I'm glad you added that on a model at the end.
We got him up.
This is Mr. Dominique Cuckoo next. Indeed. He started on the Supermarine Spitfire Mark 1 in 48th scale. The fit of this one is super good. Everything fits so well. He's surprised about that. Thanks for looking.
Nice one.
Nice work, Dom.
Nice.
90% finished that now, isn't it?
It's 90% done that.
90% done.
Yeah.
Tape on it.
You know, there's a
You shouldn't be
plane,
surprised. It's a recent Tamiya kit, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
that's a plane that interests me, the Spitfire.
Controversial. No. This is Mr. Anthony Rico next. He says, hey guys, good to be back. He's been working on his 12th scale Tamiya Ducati 1199 Panigale. That's getting a bit of a conventional finish. Hope you like it so far. He's had masks made for the Moto Corsa logo and used Tamiya buff for the body color, clear coated with Vallejo satin mecha varnish. He's waiting on 3D printed parts to finish her off. Stay tuned.
Oh,
It's looking sharp.
Very
And that's-
cool.
That's
Well
the
done.
other side on it.
It's really good.
And then that's the bodywork.
Oh,
I quite like that colour, to be fair.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, very
It's
nice.
different.
Yeah.
And I guarantee by the time it goes to bike, it'll be different again. It'll look better. Do you know what I mean? And Mr. Anthony Rico again, he says this is his other whip. It's a 48 scale Airfix Supercat Jackal. What a fun build. He's practiced his figure in this one. And he's going to try a bit of a diorama base, which will be a first for him. And he hopes we like it.
That looks sharp.
Oh, I do.
And that's the front.
I like
Have a
that.
different one.
Nice, doesn't it?
I built the Airfix variant of that, and I stuck the Black Dog set to it, and that come out really well, to be fair. But that were a brand new kit by Airfix, and not one of the old pieces that they used to pass off in a shiny box. Mr. Mark Bride is next. He says, hey, young Dan, not much happened, but managed some assembly on the Gecko Models British ATMP in 35th scale. Trailer almost complete, just dry fit top and bottom, as he's going to paint the 2 sections separate. Wheels already built to add. Thanks for looking.
That's going to be a
Yeah, I thought it was a shopping trolley.
That is Mark.
Shopping trolley. Love it.
Very cool, mate.
Looks good, buddy.
Looks fiddly, but well worth it.
Yeah.
And that's me for this month.
Nice one.
There you
Well
go.
done.
Nice one, Dan. Superb. Right then. Craig Sadis is gone. Let's go. He's got to go for work. Daryl Masters, Randy is in the chat as well. I got Nigel's name right as well. Tingy. Quite helpful if you get his name, you just say it's Thingy. You get away with it. Dominic says everything is dry fit and tomorrow's primer. There you go. Rob's getting a
There you
beer. Paul Shaplin's there as well. Hello, mate.
Guys,
And some chit chat about builds and what have you. Stuart says, Stuart Scale Model saying he's late. He's been challenging work. Yeah, work's been challenging for him. Definitely. There we go. Right then. So, a week last Wednesday, I think it was, myself, Jamie, and Joe did an interview with Carlos from D Model Kits. Jamie gave him paced him with some questions. I suppose is a good way of putting it. Really nice guy. Really nice guy to chat to as well. And it was pre-recorded. So, we've never done this before, so I hope it works. All right? So, when I start playing it, we did test it today, and I think I'm at the same volume still. Yeah, hang on. I am now. There we go. So, if everything sounds all right, just type in the chat there that you can hear everything and see everything all right. All right? I can't mute, so I'm going to have to be quiet for the whole time. So, you look at all. You know that guy. If you hear any dodgy noises, like, just ignore them. All right?
It definitely weren't Paul.
Yeah,
Can you not mute the mic itself with your little button on it?
no, because then you can't hear.
Oh, it's playing back through. Okay, so much for a mic, right? Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it does anyway. Anyway, right. So yeah, when it plays, if you just let me know in the chat, you can hear it. Okay, if there's any problems, let me know and I'll try and fix it. But we'll wing it and see how it goes. All right. So let me. I think it's that one I want to do. Is that sharing?
It is.
yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yep.
Just give me a quick yeah or no when I play it that you can hear everything. All right.
Okay.
Right. Here we go. Right. Hello, everyone. So we're here today with
Can hear it.
Model Kits. A few of you may know him from his phenomenal Ford Sierra kit. They released, how long ago was that now, Carlos? Was it 6 months ago?
Yes, more or less.
Yeah, about 6 months ago.
Very quiet.
My build of it, Jamie's build. Loads of people have built it and just a great successful kit. Absolutely brilliant.
That's better.
And highly anticipated future releases coming out, which I'm sure Jamie's probably going to ask about in his interview. So a standard interview, Jamie's in charge. I'm going to hand you over to Jamie. I'll put both the guys on screen. We've got a couple of questions from some of the viewers as well. And obviously if myself and Joe have got some, we'll add them at the end. All right.
Right. Hi, Carlos, and thank you for coming in. Great to do the interview with us. We've got a good few questions for you, all modelling related. So, yeah, the first one is, how and when did you get involved in modelling?
Well, I'm a modeler too, so I started when I was 14 years old, my first model kit. And then the passion grew up beside my life. And after in the pandemic, because my business was other area, so and that area stopped. I'm working in managing of music artists, so that area stopped completely, and I have to do something else. So the modeling was there, my passion was there. I already had visit 4 years before some factories in China, some new brands in Macau. So to see how the business is going. So the idea was there, and the pandemic gave me the opportunity to make this dream happen.
That's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously good things, did come out of it. I think we all learned a lot about ourselves, and I mean, the other question is, when you get time at the bench, Carlos, what do you prefer to, what do you prefer to build the most? What sort of genre? Is it just cars or?
Yes, I start. My first model was an helicopter, one Apache. So, and then some planes. But I went very quick to cars.
Yeah.
And especially rally cars. My passion is rally. I love rally, so I think for me, model is now these days a business, of course, but ends at the end is a passion, you know, and I see this business as a passion. That's why we're producing rally cars that I think modelers want to build, and at the end result is all about passion, you know. And I all my collection is rally cars. Most I have here some Formula Ones, some planes, but I never build it. They are in the stash.
Yeah, I think we've all got a few kits in the stash that we sort of thought was a good idea at the time and never got round to. So, sort of as we know them, you started D model kits. Have you struggled getting licensing with certain companies, or have they been happy to work with you?
Well, license is the first step of the process, and it's always the most difficult part of this. And for a guy that is starting, of course, knocking on the right door was not easy at the beginning. So, and we learned a lot with the licensing of the Ford. Ford was opened his doors and was very, very, very nice with us. Explained all the process. So at the end went very well with Ford. Toyota was a bit more difficult, but we already have the experience. What we do with Ford, and it helps to solve this question. But licenses is the most difficult part of the process, and first you have to know where is the right door to knock.
Is there sort of quite a few sort of hurdles to cross then in that, in the process? Is there quite a few sort of steps to take in the process of license?
Yes, they it's their brand, so that we are represented. So they want some guarantees that we're gonna produce quality product. They want to see what we're gonna produce. So yes, some steps that we have to take to get the license.
Okay. And how do you sort of obtain your information? Like the dimensions and of the subject that you're planning on building. Like, do you use like 3D scanning or anything like that?
Yes, these days the 3D helps us a lot. And helps give us the right dimensions of the models. So of course, in the Sierras, the first step after license was fund one car to scan, and for I don't know, we have some luck, and we found the actually car that runs in Monte Carlo with Delacour was in the hands of a private collector. And we found it, and he let us do the scan in his garage. So we at the end was very, very good, because we have the right car to do the scan. Because sometimes rally cars have some difference between them, and we have the luck to find the right car that we want. And in the Toyota car was very difficult too, because who knows the history of the car that was banned from the World Rally Championship. Toyota was banned. So for the Japanese, they have a question of honor, and they don't like to talk about this car very much. They don't like this. If you notice, this Celica was the only car that is not in the museum of Toyota.
Yes,
They don't have it here. So we found one to scan in the Arimati Latvala Museum.
Oh wow!
And when we go there to make the scan. So to see the project, the dimensions of the cars these days are very, very accurate, because the 3D is very accurate, and we can get the real dimensions of the car and all the details from the car. Nice. So it helps us a lot, the 3D scanner.
It's just awesome, absolutely awesome. And a question that we've had in as well is, starting any kind of business is a daunting prospect at the best of times, more so when there's a global pandemic and subsequent cost of living crisis to deal with too. What difficulties have you experienced trying to get your company up and running during these challenging times and in such a competitive marketplace?
Well, like I told before, pandemic was an opportunity for us. It was not a problem. When we face some problems in life, we have to face it like was an opportunity to change, to improve, and to do better. Of course, we have the experience of being modelers. Yes. So like I told, I put the passion on this business. And of course, I already knew some factories. I already knew some brands that I visited in one trip to Asia. So, and I don't see the other brands as competitors. You know, they are for me, they are partners, because we don't do the same product. We do the Sierra. Yeah. So no other brand have the Sierra. When they launch another car, it's okay. It's not a problem for us, and we see it as good to move the market, because one thing that I'm watching in this market and going to some exhibitions and is that we need to attract young people to this hobby, because if we don't attract young people, soon this will stop. And and I see it for my kids. I have one 13 years old kid, and I did not get to convince him to make one model yet. I try, but it's not easy. It's not easy. So we have to think in the future, maybe some different approaches. Are we gonna attract some young people?
I mean, we spoke about on sort of various other interviews and stuff with people. We've sort of what you've just said, we've sort of hit on before, where like, you know, like a standard sort of question is like, where do you see like the future of modelling going? And a lot of people, the sort of with the 3D printing side of it, the sort of, I mean, I think that's going to play a massive part in the future of modelling. And I mean, do you like yourself think that that's probably, as a manufacturer sort of thing, do you think that might come in at one point where you can say buy a file and actually print the kit yourself, or
I think that is the way in the future. I think we have to go there, but at the moment we have some issues to solve, like the decals, the clear parts. But I think that is the road that we have to walk in.
I mean, do you think that would probably attract, because I mean, like your teenagers out, from my sort of personal experience, it's all technology. And I mean, which is great, but, that sort of side of it leads more to the technology side of things. And I think in the future, that's probably sort of how they'll want to go, as well as how we need to go as.
Yes, I think so. I think that the 3D will give us that I mentioned that we need in the future, and maybe we can, I don't know, it's ideas. We can complementary the file with a video game, with a more interactive idea of modeling, some so that they can do their own decoration, livery. Don't know yet, but somewhere here I think is the answer.
Yeah. And also, we've had quite a lot of people. I mean, obviously, you know, you've only released the Sierra and that up to yet, but with, I mean, well, Ford certainly over here is like a massive following, and people I've had quite a few people asking whether you've actually thought of or considered releasing sort of aftermarket products for your kit. You know, like, as the rally car, it's only got one mirror, you know, to like do door mirrors, so people can actually make a road going version of that car, really.
Well, like I told you, I put the passion on it, but of course this is a business, and and we do a little study of which car gives us the best business opportunity. So we know that Sierra has plenty of liveries, and a few versions and road versions. So that's why one of the reasons we choose the Sierra model. And we think that, and we know that some brands of aftermarkets, because we have to work with aftermarkets brands, because other way alone, we don't sell kits. We have to cooperate. So we think with the Sierra model kit, we give them a base to work and launch trans kits and aftermarket parts and several liveries that will help all of us.
I mean, we've seen, to be fair, I mean, the liveries that you did, killer. I think you've nailed it on the ones that. Well, I mean, I have, you know, there was obviously a lot of people bringing some decal sets and stuff out, because I've seen some great, you know, versions of it. So hopefully in the future then somebody might bring, you know, like the actual interior kit out and the, you know, the road going wing mirrors or wheels, or we'll have to see then. Hopefully.
Yes, I think there are some brands that are designing it at the moment.
Oh, that's
for the road version.
Hopefully,
then. One of the problems they find, and that's our guild, was the headlights.
Yes.
In the future, we didn't see it when we designed the parts of the kit.
Yeah.
But we are learning. Was our first model. So
you've nailed it, mate. You've nailed it. There's no No, but I mean, I think it's just the general. A lot of people sort of the V that. I mean, me personally, I've had the Sierra Cosworth, you know, back in the day, and I think a lot of people sort of have, and just thought, you know, when they've actually seen the model and thought, I could make it look like my old one, or you know. So hopefully, well, we'll see what comes.
Like I told you, the headlights was not easy now to move it from the kit and replace for the normal headlights of the road version, and that's one of the issues that the aftermarket brands are trying to solution right now. So, but we are learning, and in the future, when we have a road car that with other headlights, we of course gonna do a spare part. Is gonna be very easy.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll cheer a lot of people up. And like, I mean, this is a sort of crucial question for me. Is have you got any plans in the future to sort of go into the 12 scale market?
The 112.
Yes.
Of course, it's in our perspective, but I think we are too young company to give big steps in one time. We prefer baby steps, one step at a time. For example, we love to launch 3-4 kits by year, but we know that we only have the capacity to do one by year, and because we want to do it with quality. And for the Sierra, for example, it takes a little long, but we thought okay, it's gonna be our first model, or we do it with quality, or it's better not to do it.
Yeah.
So we take a little long to launch the Sierra, but only when we think, okay, it's perfect. If I can tell you that we send back 5 samples of the car, of the kit. We're finding always some problems and change this, change that. We don't want this with our engineers, and say, only when we thought it was good that we send it to production. In the future, we expect to do the same with the same quality, and that's why we don't have we can not launch more than 1 kit by year. Of course, 112 was in our mind, because these days are fashion kits. So some brands are launching or relaunching some 112 model kits. Of course, we love to have the Sierra in 112 scale. And
can you imagine?
And it's, but in the project it's easy because it's only rescale the project that we have. So maybe in the future, let's
make my life art, make my life.
Let's just put our brand with some stability, and then yes, we think in 112, and to be honest, I think in another scale that no one does model kits 118.
Yes.
Too.
Yes, yeah. That would be a good scale as well.
I thought in my head before 112. I think for us the road is 118. We want to do something bigger.
No, I mean it is a nice scale, to be fair, and like you say, nobody else does it, really. You know, I mean the closest obviously is the 16th scale, and I mean they're just a nice size, aren't they? You know, so it's you're not that would be brilliant, really exciting times. So the other question that I've been asked to ask is, after the Sleeker and the Escort that you've got planned, is there many more kits lined up for the future? Have you got any sort of strong ideas? I mean, obviously, you know, you've probably keep a lot under your cap, but
we already announced some models in the future. So after now is the Celica, after the Escort WRC that we thought the trans kit that exists doesn't do justice to the real car, so we're gonna do it. And then after we announced as well the Citroën, the T4, because we thought, you know, we know there are the Ally kit, but to be honest, it's not a very high quality model kit. There are some mistakes, and in this Citroën we want to, because we know it's already a R1 model kit, we want to improve even more, and we are working to make this model kit with open hood, open bonnet, and engine on it. So we are trying to make it this way. It's not open doors, because open doors, as you see, if you know the kit, the Ford Focus of the Simul R in the past, you have some stability problems because the open doors don't give the stability that the plastic needs to fit well. So the wood is more easy, and we want to bring it with the engine, the most detailed engine we can do. So we think it's an improvement, and we have very some ideas, but we are trying to put it in each new kit to to make a position in this brand and make our own way. You know?
Well, I'm sure that's going to make a lot of people very happy, Carlos, to be fair. And one of the other questions that we've had in is, would you consider building some classic models as well as present day, including the likes of like the Aston Martin DB5s or Ferrari Dinos or LMs, that sort of thing? And I mean, like a big part of our market, and a lot of people are asking for like the Mark II Escort. And well, 1700 and yeah, all that sort of stuff, really.
Well, like I told you, my era of rally, I started seeing rallies in the Group B. I was 5-6 years old when I saw it pass the first time, the Audi, because I'm here I live near one of the stages of Rally Portugal. So,
I mean, like the RX 200s and 6R4s, pop it off.
Yeah, and then when I was 6, I was at night in the forest with my dad, and I see it pass the first time. The flames go out, and okay, it was an instant passion. But my era of rally was the Group A, because when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are some few cars left to do in the Group A. Of course, we thought about the classics, but like I told you, we have several ideas, we have several projects. But
I know it's sort of seems like I'm sort of, but these are just questions that our viewers have asked. I think obviously people build different things, don't they? And I mean, they're that sort of impressed by your kits that they're hoping that somebody eventually is going to bring.
Yes, we're gonna go there, but like I told you, we are went down in the Group A, and then of course we have ideas to do lots of cars, but unfortunately we just can do one by here, and I hope to live long to do all the projects I have in my head. You know,
I think we all hope to live a long time to get through the stash we've got, don't we, as well? So adding to it. So we've got literally a couple more little questions, Carlos, and it's what is your favourite time period in like the motor sort of industry? You know, what was, well, I think you've pretty much just answered it, but what was like the biggest sort of impact on you personally that made you sort of get into loving cars? Like I said, I think you've just pretty much answered it.
I think I answered the previous question, but yes, was the first car that impressed me was the Audi with Michel Mouton when she wins the Portugal Rally. Well, for us was
incredible.
It was amazing. I was a little child, but I remember. My dream at that time was be a rally driver, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think all of us like to drive and like cars, so that where's my passion born. And then I don't know. I love the Group A era, the Celica, Carlos Sainz, the Delta, of course. Lancia was a dream for all of us. So that was my and Subaru, Ford, well, all these brands. So that but the Audi with Michel Mouton was my passion born. So
he was incredible.
And from that,
my final question that people have been asking is, what is your all-time favorite car?
My favorite all-time car.
Yeah, if you.
That's difficult. That's very, very difficult because I don't know. By one way or other, we the ones that love cars love one car, love several cars. I like I told you, I love the Lancia, but I love the Celica too. I love the Subaru and the Mitsubishi Lancer.
If you had to have one car,
if I have to,
car there was, and you had to have one to last you for life, what would it be? That's the sort of basics of it.
My dream car to buy and drive.
Yes. If you could have anything, what is your?
I know what it will be. The Ferrari F40.
Nice.
Very
Nice.
That I was desperately trying to find one kit of the Fujimi to build one for me, and I can't find it anywhere.
We'd have to find somebody that makes kits, aren't we? That's what we need. Yeah, we do. We're desperate for a good F40. We are, I must admit. So
that is one that is in my head too.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, Carlos. Thank you very much. That's my questions over. Whether Paul and Joe's got any?
Yeah, I got one. I'm just trying to get all the spotlights off. 2 seconds. Bloody hell. So we can all appear again.
That's it.
We're all back. Yeah. There we go. Oh, my camera's off. There we go. Right, I've got one question. You don't have to answer, Carlos, but I'm just interested because, like Jamie, I'm a huge Ford fan, massive Ford fan. So another company a few years back re-released Tamiya's Escort Cosworth with the whale tail, the picnic table. I believe I've heard they're going to re-release it again very soon. Do you think D models at some point might release the 3-door Sierra Cosworth as maybe a rally car, which has not been done before?
You mean the kid's car?
The 3-door Sierra, the original Cosworth.
Oh, the 3-door
with the
Sierra.
whale tail, the picnic table on the back.
The RS500.
RS500, yeah.
Well,
we'll keep poking for answers. We'll keep poking or planting seeds.
We love to do it because if you know, I don't know if you know the history of rallies in Portugal. We have a very well-known rally team, Diabolik. They have amazing liveries, and of course that is one of the cars that is in our heads. I don't know if soon if we're gonna do it, but we have a list. To be honest, we have a list for the next 20 years. So
there is also currently an actual petition going round for a number of modelers, including people out of our own group, who are approaching some of the Chinese companies who make the resin kits to try and get the do you know the Mark III Escort R1700T? The Ford Pro. Do you know the Ford Escort RS 1700T? It was the Mark III Escort 4-wheel drive project. Well, they've got about 50 names down for that now. So that another potential future project for yourselves as well, because they're cars that no other manufacturer will produce because
it's 200 as well.
That's supposed to be coming out in the next couple of years, but it's supposed to have been coming out for the past 3 years as well from other companies. So okay. Yes, you have an endless list just for me and Jamie in here, just for me and Jamie.
Your kids, your grandkids, they're all going to have to be into this business.
Of course, we are a brand like Tamiya. We launched this 20 years ago. 2 years.
Yeah, well, you're doing now what we was hoping for 20 years ago. So it's fantastic. Really good.
You got anything, Joe?
I do actually. Carlos, how do you decide how much detail you put into a kit? Like, there's got to be at some point of a manufacturing and engineering point where how much detail you actually put into a kit. Like I look at an AMT kit and one of your kits, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like it's just like, how do you decide what parts to pull out in detail?
Well, it's easy. I'm a modeler too, and we love detail.
Yeah.
So one of my objectives was we're gonna detail the cars that we're gonna produce, because we see this as a modeler perspective. So being a modeler helped me to know or think to know what modelers want. So and we all love detailing and historic realism. So sometimes the difficult part is to stop. Because okay, let's add this, let's add that, and sometimes the problem is the scale. Like if we are going to, like we told before, the 1/18 scale, for example, well, we can add some more details and do a lot of different things. But we think in 1/24, we have detailed the kit.
No, it's
really,
true.
so with nice details. I don't know. I hope to hear from you.
I'll say we cannot fault the kit. It's fantastic. Absolutely.
So there's different aspects that you got to figure out what scale works well for what detail and everything else. So there's many factors, I guess, in deciding how much detail you put into a kit. Then.
Yes, but the main of it is the scale, because some details in 1/24 is not possible to do. Yeah, because they lose quality, the realism. They are so tiny that in 1/24 you don't see it. So for me, the big detailing problem is the scale.
Yes, cool. Absolutely fantastic.
Also, how many kits? Like you say, you're going to release the Sierra. So how many Sierra kits would you release at a time? Or in a year's time, would you produce a set amount, or would you just keep producing as many as you can in that year's time?
Well, we launch 6K of the Sierra. So by now we have the molds, we have all the project done. When the Sierra sold out, and if was search for it, of course we can do another edition. It's not difficult, maybe with some new vehicles, but the license and is for we have the license for several years, so that is not a problem.
So the license is a time period, not a production amount.
No, it's a time period. Yes.
Time period. Good. Very good.
Fantastic.
There we go.
That's it.
Are you done, Joe?
Yep.
Excellent. Fantastic questions, Jamie. Excellent. Carlos, thank you for joining us.
It was an honor, a pleasure, and thanks for this invitation.
No problem. Thank you for releasing that iconic kit to the market for us. Definitely.
Thanks for your words.
There we go.
The viewers will love it, Carlos.
They will. Yeah, thank you very much, buddy. Right. And there we go. Done.
What a lovely chap.
He was a great guy.
He's my hero.
Yeah.
He's really nice, isn't he?
His inspiration was Michel Mouton in a Quattro. Mine was Hannu Mikkola in a Quattro. And his favourite car is the F40, which is probably my favourite car. He's like, yeah.
Really nice.
Awesome guy. It was a good interview.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very, very nice.
Alta Royal and the Lancia 037.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I see a Audi Quattro on the horizon there.
Well, I would be very surprised if there isn't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But
Which one is he doing, Paul? Is it the S2?
what? No, I don't know. He hasn't mentioned that yet. But if it's his favourite car or one of them, I think he'll probably do it. When he,
Well, Dan, I don't know what car was the. If he's doing the Quattro, it's going to be his favourite one. Then, Dan, which one would it be?
It won't. There's already the B-Max one out there. It's the fully winged S1 Evo 2.
Michael says, nice to know. I'm sorry I missed the company name. It was D Model Kits. So, yeah.
Should stick a link to his website in the chat.
Yeah, someone chuck it in there if they could. I will release as a separate video. I'll do it through the week next week and put it up. And you can watch it at your own leisure then. So, yeah, hopefully it came through okay, nice and clear. So we've never done that before, so it was definitely a first. But good job from Jamie and Joe. And obviously a big thanks for Carlos for joining us as well.
Definitely.
Good interview. Good interview. Enjoyed it.
There you go. Right,
that's awesome.
Roland.
Yes.
Do a couple of rails. Are you ready?
Will I ever be? Let's go.
Here
we go.
How many sheets of paper are I going to need for this?
Yeah, Roland's got a plethora of models to look through.
A plethora, blimey.
Like a plethora, but bigger. So, pay attention to the builds. Is there any on the forum?
There's a few.
Yes. There are four, I think.
Bloody hell. Make a note of your favourite build. You get to vote at the end. Good luck with that. And the favourite build of the week, month, will get a pride of place on the ISM live page. So,
a month.
Yeah, that's what I said, month. Over to you, Roland.
Alrighty, and here we are. So it's what you have finished, and we start, as we always do, with the forum, and a couple of good ones. We start with Warden B, who recently finished his Armor Hobby 172 Hurricane MK1 in 501 squadron markings from 1940. This was the expert set of the kit, which include mask and a fair amount of PE detail. Also, some of it, such as the canopy handles and mirror, are absolutely tiny. The surface detail on the plastic is also quite impressive for the scale, and little touches such as the landing and navigation lights really add that little extra. The kit assembles very well once everything is crammed into the cockpit, finished in Mr. Color Lacquers with a little oil weathering, and thanks for looking. That came out fantastic. Look, in 172, look at that handle at that cockpit. I mean, how small is that?
172.
76.
So it is.
That's amazing. That's really cool. I love that. Very nice. We go on with Drum 501 with the Sherman M4A3 E8 Easy 8. He's a 1/16 scale. His manufacturer is Andy's Hobbies headquarters, so it's Techcom. Other items are 3 other figures, resin extras by several sources, M250 cal, linked ammo, uniform decals, scratch-built items, paints, Tamiya, testers and master, Vallejo Mick, artist of all 3 pastels, watercolor pencils. Completed by my special needs son and I over 7-month period. Kit replicates the tank Attila of the 18th Battalion, 8th Armored Division, Harz Mountains, Germany, April 1945. The detailed build log can be found within this forum's armor section. Here we go. That looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, good.
I love that. Love that. Pretty cool. That's from Drum 501. Then we have Ranger Neil, and he's with the tree motor. We have seen it being built. Now we see it finished. The Airfix T172 4-tree motor finished in the American Airways livery. The painting guide with the kit left something to be desired, but luckily the Smithsonian Museum in the USA has preserved tri-motor on display in AA livery and had photos of it on the web. Decals were the ones supplied with the kit. Paint base color is Ammo Mix, polished metal, and Tamiya red and royal blue. For an old kit, it went together quite well. Biggest change needed was taking a section out of the undercarriage braces, as they were a couple of millimeters too wide, which had the knock-on effect of preventing the fuselage sides joining the fuselage floor properly. I took a 5mm section out of the centers and used CA adhesive to fix the brace sections to the fuselage floor. Problem solved. Well, that's good. That's very good.
Very cool.
That's pretty cool. Very cool. Right. And then the last one here on the forum is from Krusty69. Finally wrapped up my Andy's hobby headquarters 116 Tiger. What a beast. Nice kit, but it will be a while before I do another 116 kit. It's very detailed, very, very detailed. But
Very
looks
nice.
awesome.
Got that, Christy?
Really
one.
looks very nice. Yeah,
Danger.
love that. Right, and then we move over to Facebook and David Robinson. He has a couple of tanks in. David, I cannot show all of them, but I will show the first two. Of course, you put them in as comments if you post them separately, maybe next time. Hi, Roland and all the team. Good to see you all back. I'll apologize off the bat. I finished quite a few of the kits I'm building for Bobbington, if you can remember, since your last video, and have a bit of a backlog. First up is the Panda Models 135th TBMP T15, done in Tamiya Field Grey, Tamiya Flat Black, Ammo MIG Rubber and Tire, and AK Extreme Metal Steel. All I can say is this kit was so bad, the most enjoyable part of the kit was building the tracks. Oh, well, then you know you're in trouble.
Wow.
And then next up is the Trumpeters 135th 2S19 MSTA-S. Excellent kit, extremely enjoyable and interesting subject, as I don't normally build artillery. Once again, finished in the same manner as the T15. Here we go. And then there are some more. Let's just quickly run through them. This is the 135th T62DD. He also did the 135th BRDM 2UM. He, as you can see, did quite a few. The 135th BMP1. He did the 135th Czech T72. And then last but not least, he certainly did the 135th Apocalypse tank from Red Alert 2 game. I think we have seen that one in Dan's section. Right. Next one coming up is from Daniel Peterson. And he has built the 124 Revell Hemi Cuda. I followed this build with these photos which he posted in the forum. This one is all done and looking pretty. Primed in Tamiya Grey primer, body sprayed in Gravity Spain, Plum Crazy Purple. Trikes was masked off and sprayed with Mr. Colors Chrome. Kit decals applied with Ultimate Modeling Products, decal setting solutions, all cleared with ProScale paints, 2K clear, body flattened back with 8,000 Trizac pads and polished with the UMP polishing system. Interior sprayed in ProScale black gray leather. Engine wired with scale motor, 3D printed distributor, engine bay details painted by hand, some dry brushing and some weathering wash to bring out the small details. And thanks for looking. That's pretty cool, Dan.
Nice, Dan.
That looks, love that. Love that you match the colors of the cables, the wires to the body color. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. The next one is also Daniel Peterson with the 125th Plymouth Duster. Called this one done. Primed in light gray micro filler primer, sprayed in GM Rude beer, topped off with 2K clear over the kit decals. Interior is saddle tan leather, all from ProScale paints, Hasegawa mirror finish around the windows, and wheels done in Mr. Hobby Super Stainless. Everything was flatted back with Trizac pads and polished up using the Ultimate Polishing System. Thanks for looking.
Cool.
Here we go with the beautiful root beer color.
It is a beautiful
That looks
color.
pretty cool as well. Oh, I love that. ProScale, yes.
This is a surprise.
Yes, very, very cool. Very cool. That's the advantage with ProScale. If you need a color, they just mix it for you. Here we go. Next one is Chris Stover. Finished his Tech on 116 M50A1 Ontos. Painted with Tamiya paints and weathered with Vallejo washes and MIG pigments. And that looks pretty cool. I like that. I like the interior as well. Yeah. Really well done. Yeah, that's very cool, Chris.
These 116 builds. He's always got a finished one in, doesn't he?
Really good as well.
Oh, like that a lot. I love this. There's the GBR1.
That
It's
is
complete.
nice.
Williams Brothers model 132. Some details is Mr. Surfacer 1500 primer, Mr. Color and MRP mit Richthofen's Red 4 paint, Mr. Color GX clear coat, piano wire for the rigging, pilot tube Albion alloys tubing, NS ignition adds and wire rods made from brass and blackened. It took a while, but think it looks pretty good. Decided not to weather. Looks really good.
So cool. Well, those with them being the older Reno races and stuff, they're always sparklingly clean anyway, weren't they?
Yeah, they were polished up. Yeah,
that is a beautiful.
It's cool.
That is.
Love that. Cool. Love that. Always love that plane anyway. But yeah, that's a great.
I've never seen one of those built by that, so excellent. Yeah.
Oh no, I have seen before, but not as good, not to that level. That's really good.
A hell of a thing to get off the ground as well. They're prone for tipping over, weren't they?
Yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Right. Kurt Mulder is in with the MPC shuttle Tiderium. Lots of work on this one, from filling the horrible fitting hull seam lines to adding detail between the wing recesses and altering the position of the cockpit. Painted the hull with Tamiya insignia white and light gray for highlighted panels. Well, for all the changes, it really looks good, buddy.
An old one we checked out.
That's really nice. That looks lovely. Nice one, Kurt. Love it. Oh, Dave Hardy is in. He finished the Fujimi 172 E2CJ Hawkeye, primed with Tamiya rattle can gray, painted with Tamiya and Mr. Color, a little weathering with oils and Tamiya panel line accent. Decals were really brittle. I'm guessing due to age. Had a few repairs to make on them. Kit itself went together really well. Well, it looks really good.
No age, just Fujimi decals.
Yeah, it's just a normal thing.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, you rescued them very nicely.
Well,
Looks good,
yeah,
buddy.
Rescued very, very well.
Yeah, it really looks nice. Nice one, Dave. Andrew Dewar, he's in with the Aoshima 124 RX-7 Savannah. Primed in Mr. Surface of 1500 wide, then painted in Zero's pink, sapphire, and ice blue pearl. Cleared using Mr. Color UVGX 112. Interior parts were painted using Zero's black leather with pink accents. And thanks for looking.
That's cool.
That is very cool.
Oh, very pretty. Love the detail, buddy. Love that detail. Very nice. Very cool, Andrew. That's really lovely.
Yeah, I like the sticker on the rear quarter.
Yeah. Nice one. Right. Another one from Andrew is the Revol 125 Corvette ZR1, primed in Mr. Surface of 1500 black, then painted in pro scales, General Motors black, rose, metallic. The interior is painted in Zero's Ferrari beige. The wheels are Aoshima's ABS Model T6s, cleared using Mr. Color UV Cut 112, polished using Tamiya compounds and Dodo Juice Purple Haze car wax. Thanks for looking. That looks very nice. That's polished up very nicely. Really cool. That's a nice one, Andrew. Another nice one. Gee, knocking it out of the park. Oh, look at that. Andrew has bought a model as well. It's the Tamiya 124 Nissan 370Z, primed in Mr. Surface of 1500 wide, then painted in Zero's Nissan chicane yellow. Cleared using Mr. Hobby UV Cut 112. The interior was painted in Zero's black leather with grey flocking. The stripes were painted using Zero's paint semi-gloss black. Wheels have been painted in metallic grey. Polished using UMP polishing system. And thanks for looking. Very pretty. Looks a very clean build. Right. Oh, we are finished with Andrew's kits, it appears, and we are going on with Nigel Tingey. Now, Nigel finished the Famo. Oh, I love that kit. I would love to. I'm not the builder of military stuff at all, but I would love to have that kit. Famo plus SDH 116 with a Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung LSD-KFZ 141/1 or just Panzertank. All Tamiya paints used, weather was all MiG ammo. On the Famo, I've added a few extras, a K98 rifles in the rig, and one of the crew is holding a MP40. Jerry cans and barrel are also extras. The kit was a complete joy to build, and also it was my first attempt at real weathering. One picture is just not enough. You could have popped in a second one, buddy. That's very cool. Very, very cool. I like that a lot.
It wasn't the trumpeter kit, was it?
Tamiya.
Look, is it?
Tamiya.
Yeah, big Tamiya.
That's Tamiya.
Yeah, very, very cool. Love it. Last one, Nigel. Right, Tees modelers in with the Alpha AM Vantage, finished with ProScale Snapper Rocks Blue and various Tamiya Mr. Color lacquers. Clear is Mr. Color Super Clear 3, sanded up to 6,000 with 3M Trisect and Mr. Color compounds. That looks pretty cool. I love that color. That color is really nice. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Nice one. Next one is Gary Knight. Gary Knight is in with the truck. He recently finished his old AMT Canvas K100 cab over. Really enjoyed the build. The masking of the stripes, etc., was at first for me, but came out very well. A few issues along the way, but it is an old AMT kit, and they are definitely a challenge to build. Tamiya and Mr. Hobby lacquers used throughout, and some light weathering to make it look. It's done a few days' work. Thanks for looking.
Yeah,
I think
very
that
nice
came
job
out
on that,
pretty
Gary.
cool. Yeah.
Very nice
Yeah.
job on that, Gary.
Wunderbar.
I like his
The grease.
Yeah, looks
On the
great.
fifth wheel.
Yeah, the grease
All
on
right.
the fifth wheel. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. And if Joe says it's cool, that's high praise. He is the truck builder.
That's very
Here we
nice.
go.
Very good.
Right. After Gary, we have Peter Milgate. Oh, he comes out with a MFH 112 scale Ferrari 312 F167, which he has finished. Built in the Hangout using ProScale metal etch primer, some red paint topped off by ProScale's 2K system. Very nice. Very, very pretty.
I love these placards he's got as well for his builds.
Yeah.
No.
Very cool.
Look at that. Look at that exhaust detail. I love that.
Look at it.
And
Wonderful.
just look at yeah. Very cool.
That's come out really
Very
nice. That's Peter.
It has.
That looks really
Pretty
good.
attack.
Love that. Right. After Peter, we have Steve Grimsrud with the classic. It's a Fujimi 124 1969 Porsche 911S. Mr. Surfacer Grey, Gravity Colors Tan and Clear 2K, Tamiya paints and Molotov chrome. A gift for my stepdad. Would ride around in this car 30 years ago. He loved this car until one day it was totaled in an accident. These things do happen. Nice to give him a mini reminder of it. The car, not the accident. Thanks for letting me share. Cheers. That looks pretty cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. I like the color.
Yeah. Very fit for that car.
Like those early 911s as well.
Beautiful.
Very, very sweet. Nice one, Steve. Love it. Paul Bretland is in with the Hasegawa 132 Focke-Wulf 190 D9. Full build details at the bottom of the post. Oh, here we go. That can take a while. Sit back. First aircraft model I've finished and been happy within 5 years. Great simple kit to build. I added a few extras to it that I thought were worth adding. I only did some light weathering as I just wanted to get through the mental block of building aircraft, and hopefully this will spawn more builds in the future. Primed in Mr. Surfacer 1500 Black, painted with Mr. Color RLM colors, Eagle Cowl decals for exterior. They were not great. Interior, I added the Quinta detail set, Airs resin exhaust, Eduard canopy mask set, light weathered with post shading, highlight, and fading, transparent white oil filter, Tamiya black and dark brown washes, elastic rigging for antenna. Pretty cool. I'm glad you got that one finished because one of my favorite World War II planes.
You too, mate.
Yeah, that looks awesome. Love the detail on the exhaust as well. Very, very cool. Yeah, very nice.
Very
nice.
pretty.
Yeah, it is. Oh, talking about very pretty, he also built the Alpha Model 124 Aston Martin Vantage. Full build details at the bottom of the post. Here we go. Another great kit from Alpha Model and a great color suggestion for Simon Shorey. Full 3-part in-depth video build series will be on Patreon soon, and the condensed single-part video on ISM in a month or so. Primed in ProScale Grey primer, painted in ProScale Aston Martin Cumberland Grey, Tamiya carbon fiber decals on exterior trim, Tamiya black panel line wash, ProScale 2K clear coat, wheels painted in ProScale bright aluminium, brake calipers ProScale Brembo red, disc and ProScale carbon ceramic, interior ProScale Bordeaux red, Napa black leather, black ProScale flocking for carpet, bodywork flatted with 3M Trizac pads 3000, 6000 and 8000. Body polished with ultimate modeling polish system. Pictures taken with Canon R10. Here we go, and let's have a side view here. Very nice. That came out very nice.
The nicest looking sausage I've ever seen.
And you've seen a few.
Very pretty, Paul. Very pretty.
Beautiful, that Paul. Beautiful.
Oh, there's one from Paul as well. It's the Kitbox PZI 124 Port 911 GT.
How many kits has he got in here?
Well, details at bottom of post. So, a really nice kit. Went together with no real issues, but not as great kit as the F80 BMW, in my opinion, but still good. Arrived with a few broken pieces too, which is a real shame and needs sorting out with better packaging. Build video will be up on my channel soon. Click on the link. Body degreased with ProScale pre-paint degreaser, primed with ProScale white primer, body painted in ProScale Porsche pure white, green mirrors, wheels, etc. painted with ProScale Porsche Viper green. Black trim with Mr. Surfacer 1500 black. Kit decals were superb. Tamiya black panel line wash, ProScale 2K clear coat, interior painted ProScale Napa black leather, ProScale flocking for carpet, and ProScale ceramic brake color. Body flatted with 3M Trizac pads 3, 6, and 8000. Polished with the ultimate polishing system. Eye water airbrushes used throughout. Pictures taken with a Canon R10. Very nice. And here the
Bit of a
review.
spoiler on that one. Bit of a iffy spoiler, but hey.
That's come out really well. That wasn't Paul, isn't it? Really, to be fair, so sharp. The colours,
very clean,
contrasty, brilliant.
What were you going to say, Luke?
Any ProScale products on that? Or?
There's a few, one or two.
One or two.
I have named them there, mate. Roland just read them out.
Well, here we go. Get ready for some more ProScale product.
Yeah, you don't need to read all the blurb, Roland, if you don't want to. It's all right.
Okay. All right. So 125 Oldsmobile 442. And now here's a car I like. It's really pretty, really nice kit to build. No issues at all. Went together well. Another one off the bench and a video build edit. Primed and painted and 2K'd in a selection of ProScale colors and flocked with ProScale flocking. And the chrome with Mr. Hobby Dura Aluminium and Rival Chrome. The wheels are not from the kit, but from a Tamiya Lexus LFA. And then obviously flattened with the normal 3M Trizac and polished with the UMP polishing system with Iwata airbrushes and the R10 Canon. Took the photos. Very pretty.
Recognize the wheels.
I love that car. Nice. Love that car. Those wheels really suit it really well.
They were actually there for a random choice there. They were just there, they fitted, and I was like, they look all right. Yeah. really good.
No,
highly recommend that kit. Absolutely brilliant kit.
Is it good kit?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good to know. It's new enough. Yeah, like a brand new kit. Absolutely brilliant.
Fantastic.
Yeah, very enjoyable.
Fantastic. Then I certainly will have to grab me one because it's a beautiful car. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. You guys think we are finished? Yeah. Well, think again. And we go on with Paul J. Lewis. He built a truck. A 124 Italieri Australian truck. This was his contribution to the recent model truck body build on the JC Bricks and Builds channel. And for my first ever truck build, I found this to be a thoroughly enjoyable experience. Scratch built or modified elements included rear fenders, aerodynamic sleeper cap scoop, sleeper cap windows, full sleeper cap interior with carpet, bedside cabinet, drop-down TV, curtains, and Aussie truck magazine. I love that. Trailer airlines, diamond plate floor in driver's cab, and on external footplates, exhaust stacks, and not pictured custom air horns. The Raven decal images were produced in Photoshop. The lightning murals were hand painted using a combination of Posca pens, brush painting, and airbrushing. A list of all the products used on this kit can be found on either my Paul J. Lewis Facebook page or the ISM Facebook page. Cheers.
Nice one.
That looks
Come on,
pretty
lovely.
cool.
I like, mate.
I like it.
Very cool. Very, very cool.
Which you
I love
Love
don't
the
see,
Australian
awesome.
Trucker magazine.
what you don't see is where Roland's arrow is right now is the top of the big screen TV that folds out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does fall out of the way.
It doesn't have a picture sign it though.
Yeah, that's lovely. It's a really, really nice build.
That doesn't
Very
inspire
cool,
people
Paul.
to build a truck. I don't know what does.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
done-
exactly.
Thank you, Dan.
Exactly.
Appreciate that.
You done a really,
Yeah.
really nice
Beautiful.
job with that, Paul.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I enjoyed
Right.
it. It was good fun.
Oh, Paul J. Lewis built another one. I didn't know he built so many kits. 124 Tamiya Calsonic Nissan Skyline GTR. Took some time to post the photographs because one of the wing mirrors had gone missing. Yeah, that happens. But eventually found it nestled against the skirting board under my modeling bench, so crisis averted. Put simply, this was another trouble-free build from Tamiya, the parts of which required next to no cleanup. Fun build. A list of all the products and use on this kit can be found on either my Paul J. Lewis Facebook page or the ISM Facebook page. I have
Spoiler
that one
alert.
in my stash.
Yeah. Spoiler, it's Pro Scale Calsonic Blue 2K and the truck was Pro Scale Gunmetal and 2K.
It was.
Not going to
I
pass
must say-
opportunity to pimp. Sorry.
And pro scale. Did you say 2K clear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
And that was specially requested colour from Paul as well. They actually requested that from us.
It was, yes.
It's mixed there and then sent out. Go on, Luke.
It went down beautifully.
You guys just let me know when you're finished.
Hey, Luke's trying to talk. Go on, Luke.
Yeah, God, Luke, no, we talk over him. Right. Now, I love that. I have that still.
Roland, Roland.
No, I'm talking now. I am talking.
Luke's trying to ask a question. Luke, come.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Oh, well, send on.
Message me.
Yeah. Anyway, I have that in the session. That certainly is an inspiration.
Oh,
Nice
so
one,
you
Paul.
can talk. Luke can't.
I can, yeah, that's my section.
That's a good kit. You'll enjoy that. So.
Oh, you sure?
Right, yeah. Right. And Paul J. Lewis also brought one in. It's the 132 Hasegawa Focke-Wulf FE190D9. This is his effort as part of the Focke-Wulf 190D9 ISM group build. Trouble-free build that went together easily. Scratch build elements included metal tubes to the rear engine, wiring, and handmade springs on the landing gear. Had a lot of fun painting and weathering this one. A list of the old products used on this kit can be found on either my Paul J. Lewis Facebook page or the ISM Facebook page. Very, very nice.
Cool.
Very nice.
I love that. Love that orange underside as well. Very
I'm
cool.
just look at these things now. Maybe we don't see another one.
You think so?
There might be a few.
All right, Paul J. Lewis is in with the 144 AMT Havoc Marauder from Star Wars.
Is this a competition about who can get the most kits in one week?
We can't help being prolific modelers, Alan, through the week.
Yes,
The month,
yes,
sorry.
and when we have to, when you people like you and me have to work, Alan, you know.
I know,
So don't
I
worry
know.
about it. Yeah. This wonderful little kit had no fit issues, negligible flash, and even after adding custom LED lighting, it only took a few hours to build. In fact, the painting and minimal weathering probably took longer. And no hassle mojo restoring build that I couldn't recommend more highly. Great fun. A list of all the products used on this kit can be found on either the Paul J. Lewis Facebook page or the ISM Facebook page. Very interesting.
That's pretty
Not
cool.
a sci-fi
actually.
builder by any stretch, but looks good.
Enjoyed
Sorry,
it.
Alan?
That looks pretty cool.
Hang on, we're not taking
Yeah,
questions.
no.
Luke didn't get to speak.
Yeah.
Carry on, get crack on, Roland. Hurry up.
Mark Atkinson is in. Finished his 124 for Jimmy Golf GTI MK2, based on my own car from 20 plus years ago. Primed in Mr. Hobby 1500 pink, painted in LP Pure Red, then 2K'd in Gravity Spain, all through the UMP Apex airbrushes. Flattered and polished using the UMP polishing system, fitted with the 1990 spec big bumpers from Street Blisters, single headlight grille from another golf kit. Grill eyebrow made from section of drinking straw. Wheels are 17-inch BBS RS from Scale Production. Painted the centers gloss black, upswept style, exhaust fitted that I had lying around. Slammed the suspension. Interior kept simple with various grays and blacks. Floors and parcel shelf flocked in black embossing powder. Love building this. Have a great show. Always nice to build one's old car. Yeah. Pretty cool.
Very cool.
Very cool. Yeah. Certainly did slam that. Oh, Michael Hasselgrove is in with his Fujimi 124 BMW Z4 GT3 with some edged parts. It was a nice build with just some small cleaning up parts. Parts primed in either Mr. Surface or 1500 grey and black. Finished in Gravity BMW Turner Sport yellow. Decals were from Racing Decal 43 and went down very well with UMP setting solutions. Tamiya black panel wash, Gravity 2K finish, some small dust spots, not too noticeable. Flattened with various fine sanding pads and polished with the UMP polishing system. The wheels were painted in Mr. Color GX2, Ueno black, and decals held with X35 semi-gloss clear. Thanks for looking. What a pleasure it is. It looks
cool.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Nice.
Very cool.
It's a cool car all round, isn't it? There's loads of good schemes to that car as well.
It's lovely.
Mega job, that is.
Very cool, Michael. Love it. Oh, look at that. That isn't possibly a Focke-Wulf.
Bloody common as mucky.
Another one.
I'll finish my body build with Paul of the Focke-Wulf 190D. 9. Primed with Mr. Surface 1500, painted with Mr. Color 116, 117, 122, and 123. And he said, thanks for looking. And that looks pretty cool. Joe, was that your first plane or have you built planes before?
The tail's been vandalized.
That was my very first plane.
Done a really good job on that, Joe.
That was a fun build.
Yeah.
Really have a higher appreciation for plane builders.
Yeah. It's a different kettle of fish, isn't it?
It is. It very much is.
Right. Awesome stuff. Right. But Joe obviously not only builds planes, he sometimes builds a car or two. I've seen him doing that before. For example, like the AMT 1969 Cutlass in 125. This was another body build with Paul, primed with Mr. Surface 1500 and then painted with Pro Scale paint Inferno Red. Second color is a Dupla color Desert Sand. Second, clear coated with Pro Scale 2K system. All other paints are Tamiya LPs and super metallic. Thanks for looking again. Very pretty. Very pretty. A very pretty model of a very pretty car. That's really nice. I love that. Pretty cool, Joe. Pretty cool. Oh, Joe's in. Look at that. This is Dodge Magnum by Revell 125th. Was a kit kindly sent to him by Paul and Andrew. Primed with Mr. Surface 1500, then painted with Pro Scale paint Inferno Red and cleared with the Pro Scale 2K system. LPs and super metallics were also used. Thanks for looking.
The inspiration for this was sitting in my driveway.
All right.
That's my daily driver.
Cool.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Mark Atkinson is in. He did a B-Max BMW M3 a few weeks back. Turned this into a road track car, primed in Mr. Hobby 1500 black, painted in Gravity Spain BMW Dolphin Grey, 2K in Gravity Spain 2K through the UMP Apex. Recaro seats and 18-inch wheels added from Scale Production. Wheels painted in hot metals gold. Seats painted in zero paints, blue textured paints. Various LPs and acrylics used throughout. There's one car kit to build in your life. This is it. But you said as well, Paul, that's a nice kit, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Very good kit. Nice job, Mark.
Good job.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Right. After Mark, we have Robbie Miller. Oh, look at that. You got a Starfighter. It's, to be specific, the Hasegawa 148 F104C Starfighter, painted in AK Interactive polished aluminium and stainless steel, though it was way too fine for my liking. Tamiya lacquers for the rest of it. I added a quick boost ejection seat and a Kinta cockpit set of 3D decals. Stole a couple of sidewinders off another kit, as you don't get any. The kit goes together with a minimum of footering to get into shape. Thanks for a great show. Love to all. Miss Robbie.
That's
very
nice.
cool.
That looks really cool, Robbie.
Very cool. I love that. Love that open flap here at the back as well. Ah, you did a great job there. Very, very nice.
That's cool, yeah.
Oh, wait, there's another one. Here
I
we
like
go.
that.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Nice. Nice. Right. Behind Robbie is, oh, there's another photo of Robbie. I should put that in twice. Not a problem. Next one is Richard. Richard Farmer, to be exact. And he has his first big scale model, which he shows us. It's the Tamiya's 112 Tyrrell P34. A few new things for me to try on this. Never used any photo edge before or real seat belts, but enjoyed it, and it really adds to the overall look. Added a little extra detail to the instrument panel with some extra wiring. Bodywork painted in Tamiya TS15, engine, chassis, etc. painted in various Mr. Color and Tamiya paints. The finishing touch was a helmet that I found in the spares box. Nice idea, but properly bolstered it up by putting the decals up upside down. Nobody will notice. Really happy with the finished model, so thanks for looking.
Very nice.
Cool. It's a nice kit.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, love that. Nice one, Rich. Really nice. And Richard Farmer also built these 112 Tyrrell. He fancied a quick, fun build to try something different. 124 Calsonic Skyline. That's actually what he built. Typical great kit from Tamiya with zero issues, painted in Mr. Color Super Stainless and cleared in Pledge Floor Gloss, which turned out better than expected. Painted the wheel centers with some bronze Vallejo acrylic and given the bodywork some panel line wash. Really nice, no fuss, quick build, and very pleased with the end result. Here we go.
Cool.
Cool.
Seen that built, obviously in the blue scheme. I've done it myself. Paul done one, and just seen it in a different color. Just it makes it look completely different. Like it.
Yeah, it looks like a completely different car, doesn't it?
Does look different, yeah.
True that, yeah.
Like that body kit.
Oh boy. He's comes
the
from
wheels
South
are falling
Africa.
off.
They have his wheels stolen.
Section.
Oh no.
Did you park it in Liverpool?
This model is not finished. Luke Watkins in, evening Roland and all, finished up the Belkits 124 Ford Fiesta RS WRC in Rossi livery. Quite happy with the outside, designed and printed some new brakes and suspension. Springs are craft wire painted green because a monster, thanks Joe. Blue stuff decals went down perfectly. The interior was okay, but my flocking was atrocious. The roll cage was a nightmare. Decided a wheels off look to show off the brakes, so printed the axle stands too. Thanks for looking. That's pretty cool, Luke. That's really
like that.
very cool.
Thank you.
That's a
Really
brilliant
like that.
idea.
Nice save.
Yeah, that's good, mate.
Such a cool little car. That livery
It is.
looks neat.
It is. I love the monster livery on most cars now. It just is it's a cool
Wicked,
livery.
isn't it?
I like the jack stands too.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Good idea, that. Right, and Luke has also finished the Tamiya 124 Lexus LFA. He started a while back and was shelved due to a cracked A-pillar. Oh no, that never happens on these models. What a surprise. Designed and 3D printed some Advan RS2 wheels for something a little different, painted in Mr. Surfacer White and Tamiya Pearl Clear, then Gravity 2K. This was a fun build aside from the A-pillar and a great kit.
I like your color choice there, Luke.
Very cool.
I'm
It's
a bit annoyed with the white at first because of the panel lines, but then because I thought they looked too stark, but now it's finished.
Yeah, it looks good.
Look at a real car. The panel lines are all black. You can see them.
I mean, the ones which go all the way through, basically, like the doors and the fuel cap, they were done with black, but the rest you can't really see. But I hand painted those with UMP grey, just so it'd be a little lighter. And I think it would.
Right.
I like
these ones over here.
I like the
pretty cool.
Red and gold looks good with the white.
Yeah.
So
that's a good combination.
painted in Pro Scale Bordeaux red.
Mm.
Here we go.
I have a bottle of that Pro Scale right here. Bordeaux red.
Oh, where's the rest?
Dominic Cotti is in. He has a 2-part photo, and it is the Airfix Concorde in scale 144. I've never used so much putty on a model before. Primer, Mr. Hobby Spray Can, White Tamiya XF2, and AK 3rd generation dark blue. I wanted something different from normal, so I used a matte clear. Greetings from the future in the Netherlands.
Going that fast, you see, it couldn't catch it.
Nice one,
Yeah,
Dominic.
just here we go. That's the front part.
Oh, that's too fair.
Dominic.
Oh,
Very cool.
Nice, Dominic.
Very
Nice.
cool.
Nice one,
Very
Dom.
cool. Oh, look at that, Paul Shepland. He has the 132 Rebel Tempest primed in Pro Scale Primer Gray with various Tamiya paints. That's very cool. Cool
Nice.
photo, Paul. I like that. That's really nice.
very cool, mate.
Yeah, I
like
love the
these
weathering on this
I
as
like
well.
these
It really looks natural, that weathering. Wow.
Well,
Very
these
nice.
dioramas he's starting to do. This is cool.
Very cool. Right, Gloosniff Garage has evening all finished up this 124 Aoshima Mazda RX-7 SA22. Kit was the Daytona race car, but it was an extremely basic kit, so I'd use as a guinea pig for a rusty barn find build, as I've never done rust before. Paints used were Mr. Surfacer, AK Interactive Rust Paints, AK Heavy Chipping Fluid, Tamiya Blue, various Tamiya and Mr. Color Paints. So the rest of the build, really enjoyed doing it, as it was much less stressful than trying to get that shiny finish. Cheers, Dave.
Very nice, mate.
Very nice,
Very
Dave.
good. Yeah.
That's cool.
Very nice.
Like that.
That's, for example, talking about inspiration. I've never done a rust build myself, so that's certainly something I would look at.
Very cool.
Really cool.
That kit as well is super simple as well.
Yeah,
Is that
you
the one
said
you
so.
built?
Yeah, I put it. It went together in about 2 days. Like it took as long as it did, just because I had to wait for the 2K to dry. That's all. But like,
Okay, all right, yeah.
he's
I
done
love it. I
awesome.
love the rear window. I love the lights, which are up, you know.
What's this, Luke? You waited for 2K to dry?
Did. I was building something else at the time. That's why I waited for
Oh boy. Right, and last but certainly not least, Mark Ewing with his 2 aircraft builds. He has the Edouard 148 Hellcat Mk1 in Royal Navy scheme and the 148 Spitfire Mk1 in the 602 Squadron in Drem East Lothian, which is only 70 miles away from him. Primers Mr. Surfacer, Tamiya Paints, and Mr. Color VMS Flat Clear. AK UMP MIG Weathering products both have resin wheels and photo etch from the kits.
It's nice.
Nice.
Lovely.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. And that was it already. Sorry for
Nice
being
one.
finished so quickly.
She said. Right, so you get the time it takes Roland about 3 weeks to recap the build. Roland, can you reread them all as well, please, from start to finish?
Well, I
Thank
think
you.
I'll give that
No.
one a skip.
To place your votes, try and get the builder's name and the subject. Don't just put like Joe's build.
Yeah, because there's
Yeah,
quite a
'cause there's
few
multiple-
Quite a
people
few.
in there as well this week.
Be specific on names and subject, please. All right. Remember, 1 vote each. All right. So whenever you boys are ready.
Go for it, Roland.
All righty. We start as usual in the forum with Warden B, who has another 172 beautiful plane. In this case, it's the Hurricane Mk1. Followed by Drums01 with the Sherman M4A3E8 Easy 8. She has built with his son. Then next one is Ranger Neil with the 172 Ford Trimotor, which he finished in American Airways livery. Followed by Krusty 69. He finally wrapped up his HQ 116 Tiger. Moving over to Facebook, where David Robinson has a couple of kits, and I'll just mention these ones here, right over there, which is the Panda Models 135th GBMP and quite a few other tanks over here. Next one is Daniel Peterson with his 124 Revel Hemi Cuda in Plum Crazy. Daniel Peterson, as always, in with the root beer color from ProScale, and this one is the 125th AMT Plymouth Duster. Next one is Chris Stover. He finished his take on 116 M50A1 Ontos. After Chris, we go swiftly to Wayne Labar with the GBR1, which is complete. It's a William Bros model 132. After that, we have Kurt Mulder with the MPC shuttle Tuderium. After Kurt, this Tuderium, we have Dave Hardy, which is Fujimi 172 E2CJ Hawkeye, despite decal troubles. Beautiful model. Behind Dave is Andrew Duar with his first build, which is the Aoshima 124 RX-7 Savannah, swiftly followed by Andrew's Revell's 125th Corvette ZR1. After that, we have Andrew as well with the 124 Nissan 370Z. Then we have Nigel Tinge with this huge train, which is the Famo and STAH 116 with the Panzerkampfwagen 3 Ausführung L. Beautiful, beautiful combination. After that, we have Thies Modeler with the Alpha AM Vantage, finished in this beautiful Snapper Rocks blue from ProScale. Gary Knight is in with the AMT Kenworth K100 Cab Over. It's 124, Joe, isn't it?
Yeah, 125th. Okay,
right. Then we have Peter Milgate. Good evening. He has his MFH 112 scale Ferrari 312 F167. Beautiful. Steve Grimswood is in with this absolutely classic Porsche 911S. It's the Fujimi version in 124. Paul Bretland is in with the 132 Focke-Wulf 190 D9. Keep that in mind, there are a couple more coming up here. Then we have Paul also with the Alpha Model 124 Aston Martin Vantage. Just as beautiful. And then these nice contrasty Kitbox PZY 124 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Followed by Paul with his Revell 125th Oldsmobile 442. Right, then we move on to Paul J. Lewis with his Italeri Australian truck. Very, very, very nice. Followed by Paul J. Lewis with his Calsonic Nissan Skyline from Tamiya in 124. Behind Paul is Paul with the Focke-Wulf FV190 D9, body built with Paul and Joe. Then we have Paul with the AMT Havoc Marauder from Star Wars. It's scale more or less 1 to 144.
Roland, can I just ask something? Someone in the chat saying, why was Chris Stover's ICMHE 111 skipped? I don't know. I've no idea, buddy. Stoves, if it wasn't done on purpose. It's just obviously very, very busy night.
Help me find it.
No idea, but I haven't seen it.
I might.
It's the fifth one. That fifth one down. It is fifth one in the Facebook. Should be.
I wasn't skipped.
Which one is that?
It's the fifth one. So where you're at now, Roland? You're on the Starfighter there. So it's basically after Dan Peterson's Plymouth Duster. You've got the Ontos, and then he's got his HC 111 after that. So it's right at the top.
Going the wrong way, Roland.
No, yeah, it's going towards the top. Yeah, keep going. It's the next one. There should be one before this.
Keep going left.
Should be one before that. That one there.
There you go.
I did show that.
Oh, that's not it. That's not HE.
No. It's a different kit. It was much earlier. I don't think you've opened the tab for it.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you should have told me that earlier. Then, person who was saw that. I'm sorry, Chris. Didn't mean to skip you.
Stick it in next month.
No. We're going for it now.
We'll just find it now.
There
this. Oh, geez, Amber, actually.
Oh, wow.
Geez, I would have hated to miss out on that one. because it is the ICM 148 A3111 Z1 Zwilling, painted with Mick and Tamiya paints. And I'll leave that on for a second so you can.
It was in Dan's section last time, wasn't it? Yeah.
It just looks crazy, doesn't it? It's
Size of that
amazing. Love that. Sorry, Chris, about that, but I'm glad we found it and somebody picked it up because it's a beautiful build.
Oh.
Right. Wow. Here we go. But we go back to the other side. We have the Havoc Marauder we just had a look at. Then we have Mark Atkinson with his 124 Fujimi Golf GTI, which he based on his own car 20 plus years ago. Then Michael Hasselgrove with his Fujimi 124 BMW Z4 GT3, followed by Joe Camilleri with a Focke-Wulf 190 D9, last one of the buddy builds. Joe also finished his AMT 1969 Cutlass in 125th. Joe also did finish his own car, which is a Dodge Magnum, and in this particular case, it's a kit from Revell in 125. Mark Atkinson finished his 124 BMX BMW M3 a few weeks back. Looks cool, Mark. Robbie Miller, she built this beautiful Hasegawa 148 F104C Starfighter. Then we have another Starfighter from Robbie. Then Richard Farmer, he's with his first big scale models as the Tamiya 112 Tyrrell P34 and helmet. And he followed that up with the 124 Tamiya Calsonic Skyline in a totally different color than blue. Makes it a different car. Luke Ward is in with the stolen wheels of his Bell Kits 124 Ford Fiesta RS WRC in the Rossi livery, followed by Luke Ward's Tamiya 124 Lexus LFA with a fixed A-pillar. After that, we have Dominic Cocu, who has a very long model, so he had to take it in two parts, which means it is a Concorde in scale 144. After that, we have Paul Shepland with the Revell Tempest, which he has built in a little diorama right over here. And we have Gluesniff Garage, which is Dave, and he built his Mazda RX-7 SA22 with his first Rusty build. And followed last but certainly not least, Mark Ewing with two aircraft builds, the 148 Hellcat Mk1 and the 148 Spitfire Mk1. And that's it.
Well done, Roland.
Well done, mate.
Thank you very much. Fair play, buddy.
Lots to get through there. Did well.
Yeah.
Have a drink.
Yeah. Have a Kit Kat.
Yes. So, we ready to vote?
How are we going to do this?
No, I'm not ready to vote.
Well, I'll throw Paul under the bus first because he's top of my screen. Let's have your vote then, please, Paul.
I'm going to go for Michael Hasselgrove's BMW.
Michael Hasselgrove's the Z4 GT3, yep.
Yeah, I like that one. Nice scheme.
Very nice scheme.
Yep.
It is beautiful.
Mr. Scattergun.
Dave at Gluesniff Garage as
Mazda,
yeah, is RX-7.
Okay. Mr. Shorey.
I'm going to go for Pete's Ferrari 312.
Pete's Ferrari 312. Okay. Mr. Croak.
I am going to go for Nigel Thingy's Famo plus SDH 116 plus Panzer Kampfwagen 3S LSD KZW 141/1.
Show off.
Just so it didn't get mistaken for another kit, you know.
Yeah,
no, we don't.
You don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. Jamie.
I don't know. I don't honestly know.
Come on, pick one. Pick one.
You just go pick one.
Yeah.
Peter Millgate's Ferrari for me. I think.
Who? Sorry.
Peter Millgate's Ferrari.
We're on for the Fezzer.
Next. Unbelievable.
Body boy.
Drums are 1, easy 8. that was excellent. Weathering and that was brilliant. I loved the mud.
Which one was that? Sorry, drums, yeah?
Yeah, easy 8.
Okay. PJ.
Just one, Paul. Just one.
With an honourable mention to Joe's playing, which is superb for his first build. My vote goes to Peter Milgate's Ferrari 312.
Peter's Ferrari.
Not the Oscars.
Okay.
Well, if I do all the I just have to read it all again. But anyway, I'll go for Paul Chaplin's Tempest.
Oh, okay.
Paul Chaplin's Tempest, okay. Joe.
I'm going to go with Gary's KW.
KW. Oh, yeah.
Kenworth.
Gary Knight now, yeah, the Kenilworth.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, my vote, yeah. I'll be honest with you, I've starred 2. One of them's Paul's GT3 RS, because I think the colour contrast on that Paul is absolutely epic. That's such a clean build. But it's just been edged because of what it is, and it's just a strange little thing. I'm going to go for the GB, the little GBR one by Wayne Labar.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I just think that's such an epic little plane.
That was in the list, along with Peter's 312.
Yeah, I mean, Peter's 312. They're all worthy winners, aren't they? They're all worthy winners.
PJ's Western Star, like that.
So let me just catch up on if there's any more votes in the chat. There's a few more.
All worthy winners except for the person who left the swastika on there.
Yeah, can't think who that was.
What's up with the swastika?
Breaks group rules, doesn't it?
It would do if it was over on ISM.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey. It's not on ISM, is it? It's on the group bill page.
True.
The group bill page got zapped. I'm not really that bothered. If a 20,000 member page after 10 years gets zapped, I am bothered. So yeah, no, it doesn't need editing on there or on here. Facebook, YouTube should be alright as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I did mine.
Although funny story. I did actually accidentally post it on ISM with the swap stickers.
And Jeff didn't get you there, did he?
No, somebody messaged me going, have the rules changed on ISM? And I went back, deleted it all. Set a question. I don't know what you're on about there, mate. No idea.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out.
Right then. Well, we've got a tie for second and third. And that is between Peter Milgate with his Ferrari 312 and Paul Chaplin with his Tempest.
Cool.
So congratulations to them both. But this week's winner, and it'd have to be this one because there's no way I can say all that, is Nigel Tingley with his Famo, basically.
Just call him Tingley.
Yeah. Tingley, yeah.
Tingley.
Tingley.
Tingley. Yeah, well, he's won anyway with his Famo.
There you go, mate. You're proud of place.
Yeah.
Well done.
Very nice.
Well deserved. It's a great little build, that as well, to be fair. Great big build, isn't it? 'Cause it's huge.
Yeah, I took a very close look at that on his posts, and it's beautiful. He's done a very nice job.
How many votes, Alan? How many votes do we get out of interest?
Oh, God, now you're asking. Thank bear with me then.
Please
Been a while.
6.
12.
Leave the dog alone. We don't need to see your dog, your sex toy.
That's
That was slobbering yesterday, that.
That's been licked by Scooby.
Oh, it's
39 votes plus ours.
9 votes plus ours. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
As it goes by any name. Right, what have we got left to do? We've got questions with the crew.
Yep.
You got many, Dan?
2.
Cool. And yours, Luke?
Nothing in mind.
Nothing. And that's it. We're done, eh?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Not bad going, 10 to 10. Told you, wouldn't be that bad, didn't I? And a giveaway. We've got a giveaway to do as well.
Oh, yes, we mustn't forget about the giveaway.
Yeah, we have got a giveaway to do. So there's 61 watching still. We've lost a few, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But you're going to win a £40 worth of UMP gift vouchers. 40?
What, 40?
£40?
£40. These are donated by Rich Blondin.
Is that 40 British pounds?
Yes. And there's a £25 one still left, which is donated by Cam and Hugh Gordon, which this is crazy. Do you remember them donating that? Cam was on here with us and he said something and got fined. Or
Yes.
no, he offered to donate it and Hugh piped up as well, and he did. That was a Christmas.
Yeah.
What a bloody Christmas that. So long ago. So that'll be next month's one. We'll do that one. And then we're going to move on to different gift vouchers. Sorry. Going forward, maybe.
What about the one I had?
That's where that one will go. That's all right. We'll sort that out. I know yours is there, mate. I've got them. Everything's written down. It's just when we were giving them away, and people were like, "Oh, I'll take it there," and coming back, and then I even had one person give me back saying there was nothing they wanted, and I was like, "Okay." And I lost because they're all coded numbers. I lost track of what one's what, and it's taken me so long to figure out that I only got it sorted this morning. So there's 3 UMPs left. There's 2 20s and a 25, and I think it was £10 from you, Luke.
I think so.
Yeah, it was a fine one for swearing, I think.
Yeah.
Swear again, make it 20. So we'll do that next month for a different voucher, I think, Simon. Maybe. I'll have a shout. So yeah, right. So all you're gonna do is when you're prompted by someone who's not busy doing stuff, who's not busy, who can prompt? Paul Lewis has offered. When you see Paul post start your numbers now, pick one number from 1 to 1,000, and you get 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes is up, we'll do a random number generator. Roland, please.
Yeah.
Thank you, mate. I'm not prepared because we haven't done this for so long. And you'll get picked at random, and that winner wins £40 worth of UMP gift vouchers to spend over on the UMP site. There we go. So whenever you're ready, Paul, Roland, when you're ready, boys.
Don't forget, if 2 numbers the same are posted.
Yeah, the first person to pick the first wins, and if there's a tiebreaker, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
All
When
right.
you ready, lads? Paul and Roland, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Go.
Let's go.
One number each, please. One number each. And don't change your number. You'll get disqualified. Keep the same number. £40 worth. Get your money. Get it.
Nigel Tingy and Sean White for the exact same number in at the exact same time.
Oh my God, they did as well.
Well,
Right.
Nigel's in first.
Yeah. Sorry, boys. It's just the way it works. So.
You can have a number, Sean.
No, you can't.
Why?
Why? You get one number. There's people who'll be changing them all the way through. So it just causes pandemonium. So you just get one chance.
I like you, Sean.
There's 65 watching. You've got 1,000 numbers to pick from. It's a very slim chance somebody will pick the same number as that year. But
Are we allowed to put numbers in?
no,
No.
no, no.
Oh.
Sorry, precursor being part of the crew, we don't get to win. Feck all.
I picked a number just to see how close I get.
Yeah. Is it 6? 7?
No.
9?
No.
3.
2,432.
No.
1. Hey!
Hey!
Thanks. You smell. Anyway, yeah. You can't change your number, peeps, unfortunately. If someone puts the same number in, it's just tough. I'm sorry. It's just the way we've done this from day one, 7 years ago. We've always done it like this. So it just keeps it fair. It's one of them. Also, bear in mind, there is the odd occasion where we can't see a number. There's a glitch on YouTube, so we can only go with what we can see, which can be a bit of a pain sometimes. So get your numbers in, and away you go.
Mine is 599.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine's my address, 999 Let's Be Avenue.
Hey.
Mine is 667, the neighbour of the beast.
Pro scale news, Simon. We got some new flocks out of me. We've got a new range of
5 new flocks, new paints on the website at the moment.
Loads of new paints. We've got a nice paint in development, chrome.
Yep.
That's under testing. That looks pretty phenomenal. If you're a patron of mine, spoiler alert to show it on the video. You can go and have a look at that on the bench update today.
Does look good.
And you'll see it on my Mac 1, which I'm hoping to spray tomorrow. And it's looking very, very promising. Very, very promising. It really is. So that'll be a new one. Loads of colours added to the site over the last month. We're over 200 colours now, aren't we, Si?
Easily, yeah.
That reminds me, I need to get you to find that green for the Lancias, for that ESO scheme at some point.
Okay. Okay, yeah, we can sort that.
Because I got decals. Well, I got decals for the Delta and the 037 now for that.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, we'll sort that then.
No rush.
Everyone's got a request, drop us a message. We'll try our best to do them. And 200 paints in the range, 10 flocks, primers. All the empty bottles are on there now as well. We've got paint strainers on there. Yep. And go over and get some of your paints. Getting glowing reviews and reports everywhere. And I think the work we've seen tonight and over the internet of the past few months, the products speak for themselves. And lots of people trying out 2K for the first time, which is awesome to see.
1 minute.
And if you do want a custom colour, it really helps us if you can either find the paint code from the manufacturer, the RAL code, RAL, or the Pantone.
Or at the bare minimum, the car it's off and the paint name.
Yeah. And that's
so
paint
we
name.
can then try and start.
Behind you.
No, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is.
Pantone, not pantomime, you tool.
Oh, right, sorry.
But
Always one.
Here we go. 30 seconds to go. Get your numbers in. Still 66 watching with 78 thumbs up. Numbers are down a bit tonight than normal.
Seconds.
Ready for the ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. It's a shame we don't have a stream deck because I did have the countdown music on it.
Right.
Bloody hell, Paul. Stop! Right, Roland's going to pick a number. Not yet. Wait. We're only going to pick one.
I'm waiting.
And that will be the winning number. Our decision is final. Obviously, we can't see all the numbers in. Sometimes one or two numbers don't show for us. It's just happened in the past. Apologies if it happens. We can only go on what we can see. Once we pick this number, closest person to it wins. If two people equidistant, we'll figure something out. But as we said in the chat, if two people have picked the same number, the first person who picked it wins. And that's it. So, when you're ready, Roland?
All right.
Pick the number. So the winning number is
1, go.
Oh.
641.
641.
Was nowhere near.
Darryl says, is Hannah now FFS now house filled with paint and flock boxes? What? Is Hannah now FFS now?
Is Hannah now going for sake? The house is filled with paint and flock boxes.
Oh, no, because we've got storage outside, Darryl. No, joking, mate. No, it's not, no. Pantomime, interpretive dance. Could be. You take that screen off now, Roland.
Okay.
We're in agreement now, aren't we?
Yeah, it was quick.
Oh,
not him. Ugh.
Yeah.
I know.
Who's going to announce?
You? Come on.
Well, then, so this week's winner.
Don't do that, Dan.
please don't do that again.
That was for you, Mike. Terrible.
Winning a £40 UMP gift voucher, I believe, isn't it, Paul?
Yep.
Is Master Toy Maker with a winning number of 631.
Oh, there you go, Steve. Well done, mate. Mr. Toilet Maker.
Hello, mate.
Well done, mate. Drop me a email, mate, on the email address in the description of the videos. It's, Jesus Christ, what is it? ISMprizeclaim@gmail.com. Drop me a message there, and I'll send you over the codes for both the vouchers, mate. All right, well done. Thanks to Rich for donating these. He's an absolute legend. Like I said, there's one more to give away next month, and then we're going to move over to different vouchers, more than likely. So you need to have a chat with somebody else.
That'll be you, Simon.
Which is also something we need to add to the site in a time. We need to add gift vouchers to our site too. That'd be a good one.
Good idea.
If it's capable of doing it, I think it is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
With Christmas coming
nearly,
up, yeah.
Nearly worked it all out.
Christmas coming up. It's freaking July.
We're literally
Start now. Yeah. Apparently.
Yep.
The
There we
second
go.
half of the year.
Yeah. Well done, Steve. Well done.
Yep. Congratulations.
Stig's a bit late, is he? Or is he just randomly chucking numbers in? Right. Questions for the crew, and that's it, isn't it? We're done.
Questions for the crew, indeed. So, 2 questions. First up is from Castlemore, Honey Brown, Naftab. Man of many names. So, evening all. When things get chaotic and life gets in the way, do you find yourself craving time to continue the hobby? Or do you feel that taking a break seems to help? Does the hobby provide a stress release or escape? Or does it sometimes create additional stress? Or both?
Yes.
Three.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of the above. All of the above.
The thing is, for me, this is my escape, but this is my stress release. I do other things for that. I play on the Xbox. That's my kind of relaxation, because this has become what it is now for me. This is my job, really. Although it's still a hobby, it's not something I think, oh, I'll go and chill, do that because I've got to film or edit, or I've got 23 hours of footage that bloody fuck a wolf to edit down into videos, and that's going to take me forever. So it's not really relaxation. Whereas sitting in a house killing people on the Xbox is, for me, it's like the opposite way round. I still enjoy it massively. Don't get me wrong, but it's a different view for me, and especially when you start dragging pro scale into things, which I'm sure Sai knows exactly what I mean, because it just takes all your time up, doesn't it, Si?
Certainly does take a lot of
And
time.
it's still a part of the hobby in a way, isn't it? But it's that it turns it into work, and it can't. You've got to be careful you don't take the enjoyment out of it as well. That's something I was always struggled with UMP. So yeah, but it's still a distraction, is what I call it, rather than a stress relief. It probably causes me more stress than good, to be honest. But I know for others it is.
Yeah, I think
for me, it's an absolute stress relief. So I love it. I work other jobs which you have to do for 10, 12 hours a day. So when I have a time to sit at the bench, it's absolutely heaven for me. So yeah, that's how that works. So it all depends. Obviously, you do that all day, so it becomes work for me. I do it maybe 3-4 hours a week. So that's stress relief. That's perfect.
Fair play.
Something like this, I'm doing the DIY project in the house. So yeah, supposedly. But like it'd be good, you think it'd be great to come in here and distress, and do a bit of modeling, but I can't, because I'm not obsessed now, because we're OCD with, I can't sit down in here and relax to model because I know there's work to be done in the house.
Yeah.
So I won't be doing modeling until it's finished, because I want to get that done, if that makes sense. So it's
for you, Dan Scattergood. I was just checking.
Stress relief on my side.
What was that, Luke?
It's definitely a stress relief for me, but I find that if I don't do it for a while, I lose momentum and I struggle to start again. But then the second I do, I'm like, nice. The problem is obviously with uni and work and stuff. I think to myself, I can sit down now, do a bit of modeling, paint a body or whatever. But then in the back of my mind, it's like, no, you should be doing your assignment. And then I procrastinate doing my assignment, so I end up not doing either. And then it gets to a point where I'm like, I really want to sit down and do some modeling, but I can't. I literally can't now because tomorrow my assignment's due. So I don't help myself, but it is a stress relief, and just because of all that, sometimes I do feel guilty when I'm doing it, because I could be doing other stuff. I could be doing my uni stuff or whatever. But yes, the momentum once you're in there, once you're doing it, it's easy to carry on doing it, because when you're not doing it, if you're using it as a stress relief like I am, you kind of forget just how helpful it can be.
I think.
I think it's the. Go ahead, sorry.
I was just saying, I think it can be a bit of both. I think it's good stress relief, but if things aren't going the way you want them to, or you can't find those decals you want or those PE parts you want online, it could be just as stressful or frustrating at the same time. So
Yes.
it swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I agree with you there,
Yeah.
Si. Yeah, definitely. It's for me. It's more of a if I don't model every day, I feel like I haven't done something. You know, for me, I worry about getting back to the bench. That's my thing. I try to put stuff off that I should be doing, like regular house things and stuff like that, because I want to get back to modeling, you know. So it sort of brings on some stresses sometimes, because I know I should be doing other things when I'm modeling. So
I've got a solution. Hire a cleaner. And you can shout up at them what to do while you're modelling with us.
Perfect.
Jamie will pay for it. He's already offered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum thing for me. I think I probably, because I've traveled so much this year, I think being away from the bench, I think at first it was fine. It was like, I'm away, get back to some modeling. But as I've done more and more traveling and more other things to do, I've lost momentum on so many builds. And I've ended up rushing things that I shouldn't rush just to get them finished, and they've turned out a bit shit. And that just drags things down, and then I lose momentum, and then it's just all gone a bit crap. And now I'm doing a little bit like Alan. I'm now doing the garden, and I'm a little bit obsessed with trying to get it done. But I couldn't have picked the worst time of year to start out in the garden with no shade. And it's ridiculously hot. And I'm ginger. So I'm like bursting in.
And I'm ginger.
Doesn't go together.
No.
Yeah, you have to turn a light bulb on, don't you, Dan?
Yep. Hang on. Let me see. Let me burst into flames. Any more?
I think so.
Okay. Let's get to the second question, which is from the one and only Craig Stadius.
Stadius.
That was terrible, Paul.
No.
Well,
may as well do the rest of it. Proper bow.
So, should be a relatively easy one from Craig. So, evening, guys and girls. This may have been asked before, but is it okay to mix different makes of lacquer paint together?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The paintwork on that Fokker Wolf, the base colours were Mr. Colour, and it was lightened and darkened with Tamiya colours. No bother at all.
You can mix them, but if you do pro scale, and pro scale, you'll find you get a much better finish.
Well, fun fact, I was actually short 2 RLM colours on that plane. And when I researched it, those RLM colours have RAL codes.
Yep.
I actually mixed RLM 02 and RLM 70 for the plane and used them on the model. So
there you go.
Perfect for them. But yeah, as long as the lacquer, you should genuinely be okay. I've mixed, like, you can do Mr. Hobby Aqueous and Tamiya X range of colours, no problem at all.
Mixed X range with lacquers as well, Mike.
Yeah, but the X range and Aqueous are both alcohol based, aren't they? So
Yeah, but also I've mixed Tamiya X.
Yeah, you can mix those with lacquer. Yeah, you could use them to thin lacquer paints too. There's no problem at all. But yeah, you can. Yeah, you can test it first before you commit. Best thing to do. Yeah.
If it goes all blobby and congealed in the cup, it's not going to work.
Yeah, you'll know instantly as soon as you pour them together whether they work together or not.
Yeah, you'll find out immediately.
Yeah, they're either mixed together or they'll push apart. So
yeah.
So there's another question actually just popped in the chat from Daryl. So Daryl asks, with Pro Scale, I know Simon retired, And Paul, you divided from UMP. Is it more work than anticipated? Especially with Paul's schedule with Patron?
Do you want to go first, or should I?
I was just going to say it's probably about what I thought it would be. So
Yeah.
It's not, it's quite a lot of work involved, as Paul said earlier. So
I think it's got busier quicker than we thought it would.
Well, that's true as well, yeah.
It's definitely taken off quite well. For me, we and Simon have got different roles, or batches, depending on where you're from the country. Obviously, myself and Hannah have got the posty side, what Hannah has. I've got the mixing side of it and kind of like promoting it and advertising through the builds. Whereas Si's got all the really awkward stuff to do, which I hope he enjoys doing. Of the website and the bookkeeping and all that. And I know it's driven Si around the bend this week a little bit, but I don't think it's more than we anticipated, but it's definitely got a lot busier than we thought it would very quickly.
With the website, once you've got most things up and running, that should all more or less start running itself, shouldn't it? It's just all the, I suppose, all your invoicing and bookkeeping side then, which you have to keep.
That's what Si's been dealing with, in it. I mean, our accountant's been good, haven't they, Si, and that? So
yeah, no, they've been good. It does sort of run itself to a degree, Alan, but there's still things to do when we put new products on. They've all got to be loaded. They've all got to have prices sorted out for them. It's not easy just to load them all in bulk.
Yeah, but I'm saying as you get more used to the website and how it works and all its nuances and things, that job becomes easier because you understand it better.
Yeah, it does a bit. I mean, there are still a few. I mean, Shopify's horrendously complicated, and there's still lots to learn and work out on it. But it will take time. Unfortunately, it's not a language that I can program in either, which is a pain in the ass. But
what language is it?
It's in something called Liquid. It's their own language.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I mean, it's not. It's a bit JavaScript-esque, but it's not. It's not brilliant.
Question about Patron. It's definitely added to my kind of workload through the day. So I'm out here earlier. We stream later when we stream. We don't stream as often anymore, which we've done for a few reasons, but it has put a bit of an extra load on, which is fine because that's why I did it. But I don't stop now from 7:30 in the morning till time do we go off air? Normally about 1. Jamie, in it about 1 we go off.
It is, yeah.
And then it's something you always promoting. Me and Si always answer an email. We had to delegate this week who's doing emails and who's doing messages because we can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
So it's just so you just don't switch off. Never switch off from it. There's always somebody wanting a colour, somebody asking a question. Me and Si on the internal hunt for paint codes, which I think that's one of the biggest pains in the backside of this. Some of those very elusive paint codes.
It's good fun when you find them and you crack it.
It's satisfying to find them, but some of them are just an absolute nightmare to find. Yeah. Absolute nightmare, and that's becoming a real challenge. But no, I think it's not more than anticipated, but it's definitely it's taken off quicker than we thought it would, which is good, really good. So hopefully it continue. And we've had nothing but good reports back from customers. We don't have a single negative report anywhere. And as I keep saying, I sound like an arsehole. I think my builds are speaking of themselves because they're looking absolutely stunning. The paints are just amazing. It's pretty interesting watching them come together when they're mixed as well. Some people keep asking me to film as well. Not the mixing, but you mix them by weight. And you're literally putting colour on top of colour. So it looks like nothing in the cup until you mix it. And it literally comes alive in front of you. It's quite amazing to watch, actually. And, quite interesting what colours are with certain colours as well. You'd never think certain colours would be in there. And, it's been quite interesting to do.
Yeah.
So for some of the...
Go on, sorry, Dan.
Yeah, so for some of the more elusive colours, I'm thinking stuff like a lot of racing car teams, you wouldn't necessarily get their paint codes.
You'd be
So do
surprised
you
what
actually-
some of them actually are that we've dug down, and you find what the colours they actually are. Like,
But for the ones say you can't find, have you gone down the route of actually mixing different shades to try and?
we go back to our supplier, who goes back to the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And they'll dig
Okay.
deep, and they'll actually get the code and give it specially mixed just for us,
Right.
and add it
Okay.
to their database. But it's quite surprising what colours some teams actually use that you would not think that was the colour, and it is the colour. It is quite surprising what they use. Yeah.
Yeah. At the end of the day, they're car paint colours. They're only. Well, there are loads of variations, but when you look at something like a Tyrrell P34, although that's one that's eluding us at the moment, it will probably boil down to that it's Rover Tahiti Blue or something like that from 1932 or something stupid. It'll be something.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to work in a business trip opportunity for you guys. So So what I'm trying to suggest is if you had to print, mix up different colors, make some paint chips, and go to say Goodwood,
Yes.
Yeah.
But better off doing it a slightly different way round though, and actually just buying a paint scanner and taking that to Goodwood or the museums and scanning the actual paints on the cars.
There's nothing like using a human eye with some paint chips.
Yeah, no, exactly. Monte Carlo, I would say you at least need to go to
Just
Monte Carlo.
newfangled technology, old school.
Yeah, it's not newfangled. It's very clever technology. It's very expensive
That is.
technology.
I want to tag along because I'm looking forward to seeing Simon getting picked up by the scruff of the neck when he tries to touch somebody's priceless car.
Yeah, bloody right, mate.
Can I just scrape some paint off the side just to take some chips away?
That kid's touching your car there, Pete.
Please bring me all that.
Is that us done then? Is that it? We all.
Yeah, that was all the questions. Yeah.
There we go. So there we go. That wasn't bad. 10:15.
Well done, folks.
11 for Roland. There we go. So yeah, there we go. We'll be back next Friday, I think, with our Hangout show. And we'll be back live on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If you're a patron of mine, the bench update went up on Patreon this morning. And if you're not on ISM, you're going to get the BMW Z4 review tomorrow. Over the weekend on Patreon, you're going to start getting the Aston Martin Vantage video build. And then you'll start getting the Fokker Wolf build as well once that's edited. And I will do a load of reviews as well. Let's get some reviews up. Roland, what have you got you out?
Make sure you do a truck review.
I have Aston Martin DB6. I just got the Toyota GT1 up, which looks a beautiful kit. I don't know if anybody has built that one before, but it looks a nice kit. Yeah, and then in contrast, obviously, I will have a look at the old FX Aston Martin DB6.
Nice.
Luke, got anything planned?
Uni assignment.
Oh, you got a video of that? Disappointed. There we go. Right then, so that's us done then. Let us know what you think of it. The more, what's the word I'm looking for?
Concise.
Radic.
It's not concise, is it? It's more involved, I suppose. It's just more content.
I should have a bench update out in a few days as well.
I forgot about you. Sorry, Dan. Sorry, I completely forgot you. You know what it is? I'm not used to you not being here.
Yeah,
I forgot about you. I thought you were away again. Sorry, Dan. I totally
fair.
forgot, mate. You got a bench update chart, have you?
Yeah.
There we go. I knew
The next build. Yeah, the next build on video is going to be the LFA, which is with Pro Scale Paint and Pro Scale 2K. So
no,
awesome.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Oh wow,
amazing.
Oh, wow.
So it might be a bit of a plug.
What plug?
You
That as well.
You just did it, Dan.
Don't
Oh,
go
yeah.
there.
And the butt plug as well, but not that all night.
Easy. So there we go. Thanks everyone for joining us. There's still 53 watching, 83 thumbs ups. Feel so sorry to the guy doing what you finished each month. Well, this is what we wanted. We wanted more interaction, and we got it. He said we can't say the sections weren't full tonight because they weren't. Well, bar Luke's wreck more stuff, people. Definitely. Don't forget to put it in Luke's.
Thanks, Daryl, but I actually enjoyed, so don't worry about it. It's cool.
Wasn't that bad. It was probably about double what normal, wasn't it, really? I think. Over double.
Yeah.
Which isn't bad, really, is it? So, yeah. Like I say, it's given us what we wanted. We have more content. Where we have more interaction. I think we did in the chat. I think it was a bit busier.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes. That's it. We'll be back next Friday with our hangout. We do a bit of modelling and a bit of chit chat. And like I say, we'll be streaming through the week as well. Hangout's open every day. If you want to pop in and join us, feel free. So there you go. If you're watching back on playback, let us know what you think. And I will put Carlos's interview on ISM probably on Wednesday next week. I'll pop it up. I'll probably stick it on Patreon over the weekend. So you can watch it again if you want to. Probably a bit better audio rather than going through my speakers. And there we go. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the night, everyone. Thanks for these guys for all the hard work they do as well. And a big thanks for PJ as well for sorting new banners out for the Hangout and the live streams as well. There we go. Cheers, mate. There we go. Catch you later, everyone. Bye-bye.
Good weekend, everybody.